ballot at Johnson Collegiate. Supporters called for expanded free transit for high school students, saying it could reduce costs, lower emissions, and improve educational access. Any expansion would require approval in Regina's 2027 budget. Council also postponed a motion from Ward 10 Councillor Clark Bezo to review infrastructure-related regulations and fines following overpass incidents across the province. That's 620 CQRM News. Read more stories from around your community and around the province at sasktoday.ca and 620cqrm.com.
Weather for B&A Petroleum and Swift Current, with multiple locations serving southern Saskatchewan for over 30 years. See B&A Petroleum for all your fuel and propane needs.
Weather tonight, mostly cloudy, some spotty showers in the area. Wind diminishing a bit out of the northwest, 25 to 45. Low down to 7. Tomorrow, looking early cloud into sunshine and a high of 18. Tomorrow night, clear, low down to 7. Sunday, partly to mostly sunny and a high of 21. Monday, partly sunny, some spotty showers later in the day in the area and a high of 22. And Tuesday, looking like showers and a high of 20. Right now in downtown Regina, it's mostly cloudy. It is breezy, and it's 15 degrees.
B&A Petroleum is a southern Saskatchewan family-owned business that's there for you. They've been supporting their clients for over 30 years with locations in several communities throughout the southern part of the province. B&A Petroleum is available for all your bulk fuel and lubricant needs, with propane at selected locations Monday to Friday. And don't forget, their Cardlock location is accessible 24 hours for your convenience. B&A Petroleum. Fuel you once, fuel you forever.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sports Cage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Brought to you by Nelson Homes, supplying home packages and RTMs for over 65 years. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sports Cage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Welcome to the Sports Cage on this Friday, day before the season opener, the home opener for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Thank you for making some time, however you are consuming the show today, whether it's on the audio streams in the World Wide Web. Maybe you're watching along on YouTube through sportscage.com. We're always on 100 years old, 620 CKRM. Sharky's going to be with me today. Curtis has things on the other side of the board buttoned up. Here is how the show will work. We're going to talk about the game tomorrow, of course. We're going to hear from Coach Mace, Trevor Harris, Josh Woods. We're going to have Farhan Lalji coming up in about 15 minutes' time. NASCAR report, sprinkle of the day. Scott Schultz, the midweek sound-off on Friday, starts hour 2. Also in hour 2, an interesting guest joining us in studio. Yes. Thanks to Brett Global from Events Edge Entertainment. Lanny McDonald is in the city speaking at an Investors Group event, and Lanny's going to come and chat with us in hour 2. Hour 3, Luke Mullender will be with us, and we'll talk more on the CFL. We like you to chime in whenever you want. If you got something to say, any of the questions that we have for you, or if you just, how you feeling about tomorrow's game and things. The Prairieland Rentals text line is 936-6262. Prairieland Rentals, located at 600 Albert Street. They have the robotic lawnmowers in stock. If you're done cutting your lawn, you want a robot to do it, go and visit them. Husqvarna, they got discounts on them right now. You get to deal with the owner again, 600 Albert Street. And again, the number 936-6262. All of our guests are going to join us on the Western Pizza guest hotline. I just got off the highway. I found out today, Mrs. S says, we're not cooking tonight. It's a Western Pizza. It's a Western Pizza night. I've been gone for 5 days. That sounds all right with me. You hear him here. He's usually here on Thursdays, but he's coming in on Friday.
Special guest Friday.
Just because. Sharky for Flooring Superstore, Trent Dickin and their team on Park Street.
Park and Arcola. Yeah, golfed with Trent Monday.
Yeah, he's back from his
European vacation.
Yeah, it looked like
hey, look, kids, Big Ben.
Great time for there. Yeah, anything flooring, they can help you out. Okay, Sharky.
Yes. Where do you want to go?
I would like people to let us know. Are you going to the game? Are you maybe last minute? I'm waiting to play the weather. Talk to a couple people today. One, they are waiting to hear if the group is going. There's a group of 4 of them. Another guy, their group went to the co-op, got the tickets, the co-op tickets.
Oh, yeah.
They're jacked. Talked to somebody because I was up north. Saskatoon, carload of people coming down.
Nice.
I think that if you are, this is me, if you are that diehard Rider fan, you bleed green and white,
you're coming.
This doesn't happen very often. It's happened 5 times. I don't.
This is the 5th time.
This is the 5th time.
This is the 5th time.
And I don't know what it was like in 1966.
Imagine it was a little different. May not have been fireworks.
If they unveiled, some sort of banner or placard. What's that whiteboard stuff that people... I don't know what they had in 1966. But tomorrow's a big day when the unveiling of the Grey Cup champion banner.
It's something you want to see. Something you want to be there. Yeah.
I think if you're a fan, don't you have to be there?
You know, every time... And I've been really fortunate. The Riders have had this great run through the early 2000s to now. So I've been really fortunate to be a part of a lot of those games. Like being at the Grey Cup game in 13 we won. Like being in the stands. Yeah. That was unbelievable, right? This is another one of those things that's going to be one of those experiences you don't want to miss.
They're telling people to be in their seats early. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
So
flyby, good two-plane flyby coming in.
Two. I read is the one flying by the tailgate kind of to
as a
kick
practice?
it off a little early.
I haven't read that there's a tailgate flyby.
Maybe it's just the WestJet flight coming in from Calgary.
Could be a couple guys in a Cessna.
A buzz down. Hey, it'd be Sean Semple's Brent Jet cruised
doing
by
a flyby.
The new campus that he owns or will own. No, but it's really special. I know some people obviously can't get there.
Yep.
Some people are still wrapping up seating.
God bless you if you're still out there. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just one of those moments that I just find it's easy in this day and age for us being included to just say, "Meh,
I'll catch it on TV.
I don't want to. I'm good. I don't know." Yeah, but this is special. It's like last year, I think, the West Final.
Yep, exactly.
Like if you're kind of humming and hawing again, I know there's circumstances with some people, and I can't go or I can't afford it or we can't afford it as a family or whatever. Don't say that to me though if you're buying cartons of darts and that. But
buckets of ales.
Yeah. It's special and to just kind of be like I was there. Well, I got it in. I got the videos. I got the whatever you're gonna do.
You and I both had some friends that were in Toronto today, right, for the World Cup game. Not necessarily on my bucket list, but it would have been incredibly cool to be at. It really would have been a spectacle.
If you are out there and wondering how Canada did against Herzegovina, Bosnia,
you say Bosnia first. I don't know why you're backing it up.
I know. I'm just like. Doing things like that, you know that. Mm-hmm. But Canada scored. I literally got off the highway at 2:15, came straight in here, buzzing. They put in Kyle Lauren, is his name. Where's number 9 for Canada?
Like Gordie Howe?
Yeah, or whoever. They put him in fairly late in the contest. He must have been in, and then they pulled him out.
Yeah. I don't think you can, once you pull out, I don't think you can go back in.
Got to.
Do we have a soccer expert on there? Curtis, you up on the rules?
Can you search that first, or do you know?
I can look it up. Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Curtis.
So they
need
put
a rule check.
They put him in, and the announcer, in his English accent, I think it's English, said he scored the last goal for Canada in this building, and he's got a knack for the net. Literally a minute and a half later, if that,
buries it
in the slot, snipe. Off a Herzegovina knee,
I don't know if they call it a snipe. Do they in soccer?
Oh, I call it whatever I want. 1-1 draw.
Yes.
And that was the bet I heard this morning when I was driving a lot. I heard a show say, take the draw.
Take the tie.
Take the draw. And I was like, should I? I don't know. But 1-1, which is okay in this whole grand scheme of things.
I love that Canada's in it. I love that we're competitive. We're expected to do well. We're expected to get out of the preliminary round. Somebody has to explain to me in soccer why there's all that diving.
I have that written down here.
That is so gross to watch. It's so embarrassing
it's to
to
pull
watch.
some penalties.
It's embarrassing to watch.
In a professional competitive FIFA match, no player who is substituted off can return to the pitch in the same match.
So okay,
Yeah.
stand corrected. I got to brush up on my
Your rules.
footy.
So he wasn't
rules.
in to begin with, but
Wow.
then he did go in.
So that's a hunch. That's a play. That's something from the coach. If you're a soccer expert out there, sorry if I'm butchering this, but they put him in, Peter Klima off the bench style, and
In the fourth overtime, yeah.
And then Canada had another in extra time. I remember the first time watching it, and I was at Stampede in Calgary, and I was watching World Cup at a bar, and it was just bonkers, and it was just in a haze for a week. If you've ever been to Stampede in your 20s, you know that. And I was like, "What?" They're like, "Oh, I wonder how much extra time." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And they were like, "Yeah, well, all the injury time and the stuff, the
delays,
delays, they add it to the end." And I was like, that's not a bad idea. And I'm like, how do they know? And they go, well, they kind of keep track of it somewhere. And I'm like, well, there's no like a running clock that they put in the corner?
No.
And they were like, no, it's just, and then they just throw it.
And it's the referee's decision.
It's very arbitrary.
It is, which seems completely ridiculous to me. Yeah.
That's what I couldn't get over. I was like, really? Like what other professional or sport where it's just like, it's like playing at recess as a kid. No, last play wins. Or no, we're going to stay.
Oh, no, the bell didn't go. We still get the play. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was...
there are some quirks about that. There are, for sure. Yeah.
Canada with a tie, and then they take on Qatar.
Qatar, yes. Qatar. I think they're called Qatar now.
I heard Qatar 3 times today.
Some
Thursday.
Middle Eastern country.
Thursday is their next game. Yes. Back to the Riders. Back to the game tomorrow, because we're going to talk about that a lot today, obviously. How are you... What time are you going to tailgate?
Well, we've talked about it.
I haven't got any text messages from you-know-who.
Yes. We're looking at a 1:30 time. Right? We don't want to be too keen, but 1:30 time. Get in, get set up, get the grill going. For a lot of people, it's going to be a brand new event. Some people are going to have elaborate setups.
That's what I want to see,
and everybody does. And I think there's going to be some setup envy. There's going to be some. I got to have one of those.
Oh, if your missus is a keep up with the Joneses, and she sees so and so's tailgate setup, you're going to have to go out and do some shopping.
There's going to be some food envy. There's going to be some drink envy. There's going to be because nobody knows really what the bounds are. First time, it's the first time.
Curtis.
About tailgating?
Yes.
Oh, it's going to be exciting. I'm going to try to make it out. I'm working during game day for sure, but I definitely kind of want to take a stroll around and see what it's like. Also, off of Google, pronunciation of Qatar. Qatar.
Okay. Will we get flagged because you just did that?
No, it's just Google.
We didn't want a watch list.
We're on a bit of a roll.
Are you ready?
Here.
Oh, there.
Qatar. Yeah,
do we have to say it with that nice little accent?
I don't know where the cutter thing came from,
Qatar.
But the diving.
It's gross.
Do you play the?
They're showing some highlights. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I don't want to get sidetracked on the tailgate thing. 936-6262. Are you tailgating? Are you set up? Are you game planned? Are you going in kind of the first one? We're just going to feel it out.
Are you naked? Are you just putting the truck there in a toolbox? What are you doing? What's the plan?
And sandwiches?
Yeah. Muffins? Is anybody bringing muffins? Peanuts?
Oh, sorry. Prairie Land Rentals text line already. I pulled this up. We got a number. Kevin, I wouldn't expect anything less. Kevin, faithful listener, he says, I'll be there tomorrow, rain or shine, and guzzling. That a boy.
I think it's a Go Cup scenario, though. You want to, you don't want to be showy.
Yeah, do it. Don't be an idiot.
Discreet.
That's the first thing. We talked about this before. Come on.
Yeah, we finally got this opportunity.
Yes.
Don't wreck it by being a numbskull. Yeah.
Parents, Dwayne says parents spoil us every year. They have 4 season tickets. They bought 3 more single game tickets for tomorrow, the co-op tickets. So Papa, me, 2 kids, and 3 of the friends, Tway to Regina via Melfort. Aha. Coming down the 6er.
Love it.
Atta boy. Thanks for the text, Dwayne. Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta experience it. Can't make it because of a funeral and still seating. Gave my seats to my cousin and his boys to go. I'm a diehard fan too. Yeah, I'm telling you, the seating. I've been driving for the last week.
And if you're at the funeral, you can still wear an earpiece and listen to CKRM.
Classic Sharky. Thanks, Brad. Up in Saskatoon. No re-entry in soccer once you're taken off. Lauren came in as a late substitute in the second half. Yeah, it was good. Thanks for that, Brad. Can't come back in when switched. Yeah, so we got lots of soccer people here. Thanks. Yep. And then Roscoe says, traveling with my brother-in-law. He has a spot, maiden voyage. Roscoe, let us know where you are. Maybe we'll fly by. Because that's what I'm planning on doing. Are we documenting it on the Sports Cage social medias? I think the last time I put something on social media got taken down. So I'd take the hint. I'm good. But I think we should kind of document
what we're doing. My social media skills are poor.
Is Glenn doing this game? I didn't talk to Glenn all week.
I think he is, isn't he?
Sorry, I was half paying attention. What are you guys talking about?
Go back to
Never mind.
Go back to your nap.
Keep eating your sandwich.
Because Glenn wanted to come by, and I think Luke. So when we talked to Luke earlier, I think Luke and I are
Luke's gonna make a tour.
Rendezvous quickly and go through. So keep text messages coming. Let us know. Are you going to the game? Are you tailgating? What should we expect? If you want to throw out an invite,
love to see it.
Come for sure.
Yeah,
fly by. And you will go with that, 936-6262. When we come back, Farhan Lalji. We'll talk CFL football. It's a Sports Cage streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com.
Since 1949, Nelson Homes has been providing you one-stop shopping for ready-to-move homes, panelized packages, and on-site builds. Nelson Homes' team of authorized dealers all over Saskatchewan would be happy to help you turn your dream home into a reality. In the Fort Capella area, call Calvin at 99 Builders or call 1-800-661-6534 for more information. Nelson Homes, trusted quality and service since 1949.
If you've been putting up with cold showers and hard water that makes everything feel like more work, stop waiting. Reliance Heat makes it easy. Rent a water heater and a water softener starting at about $1.20 a day and get $400. That means hot water when you need it and water that just works better. No big upfront cost, no hassles. Visit waterheaterrentals.com to get the offer.
Call on Reliance.
Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
It's time to get the inside story. TSN's Farhan Lalji on Sports Cage is brought to you by the Cooperators. Time to get financially fit? Cooperators can build a plan that works for you. Cooperators, investing in your future together.
All right. FIFA.
Yes.
I see the lanyard. FIFA. Elbows up down there, right? After we've been talking FIFA. That's right. You get those elbows up. You let them know who's boss. What's the vibe like? Farhan, start there.
Well, it's amazing. Now, first of all, I'm in the stadium, which is fairly empty. The Australian team went from the airport and got here and did a kind of a walk around, right? Not even a walk through. There were no soccer balls. They were just walking and testing out the grass and shaking their legs out a little bit. And then they will have a training session at a different location tonight. But in the city, it's amazing. You know, and it feels so much like the Olympics in that it was a slow buildup to get to this point. But I talked to people who are involved with the Fan Fest down at the P&E, and it was packed, like 25,000 people on that site, 10,000 people in the amphitheater for the Canada game, but they've got screens everywhere there, so people are there. People at Soccer House at the shipyards in North Vancouver, packed. Granville Street, very full, very alive. Last night, the Turkish national team, they got greeted to a hero's welcome. There were almost 1,000 fans there when they arrived at their hotel. Red smoke bombs, flares, like a scene fresh out of Europe, right, for something like this. And, when Canada scored, at every one of these watch parties, there's 33 different ones across the Lower Mainland and Fraser Valley. And, it might as well have been a long weekend because I don't think anybody was at work today.
I'm not going to lie to you. My emails were a little slow today, and we're in Saskatchewan. So, yeah, I get it that it was pretty quiet. First off, I really appreciate you getting the memo and wearing blue like the rest of us today. That was a nice touch, Farhan. Very nice. You described it best in saying it's like the Olympics, and we've been talking about this. What's the buildup? What's the buildup? And I've heard other people describe it. We're suddenly going to become luge experts like we were in the Olympics back in Vancouver. That's what I'm seeing happening. People today were talking about the game like they were suddenly huge soccer fans all over the world.
Yeah, and that's good. And I remember doing luge because during those Olympics, I was assigned to the slide center. So I was up there the whole time acting like I knew what bobsleigh and skeleton was, except skeleton being a crazy activity where you go down an ice sheet head first, right? And look, but soccer is certainly a much more relatable game, and most people have played it at some point in their lives. And I think anytime you put the Canadian flag on, people are going to get excited, right? I mean, how many people know who's on the World Junior team prior to them getting there? Do you know what I mean? Junior hockey might be bigger in Saskatchewan than it is in a lot of other venues, but it's we make it a thing once you put the flag on everybody's jersey, right? So they're going to get into it, and then the sport has never been able to take that next step and build off these moments, right? So the last World Cup, Canada got its first goal. They didn't get a result, but there was still a lot of pride around their qualification to get to that point. Does it relate to more kids playing soccer and more people watching domestic league soccer like MLS? It didn't necessarily, right? Same thing when they first made the World Cup in the United States in '94. It got them a professional league, which was kind of part of the exercise when FIFA awarded them the World Cup. But they've never been able to successfully make that pivot from what happens at the World Cup to what happens then in domestic league soccer. So let's see if this one's any different.
Last thing on soccer. I want to know, is there going to be a time where the color commentator for our soccer game or the play-by-play guy doesn't have an English accent? I'm like, I think.
Look, I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll tell you a story, right? So way back in time, I want to get into play-by-play a little bit more at our place. So I talked to one of our guys that was making that decision. We were fairly full on the football side, and he asked me about soccer and whether or not I had an interest there, and I didn't, right? And then eventually they went deeper into the process, and he was someone I still knew, so I asked him for an update, and he's like, well, we're going to need an accent. So, and you can't blame him, right? I mean, in the U.S., they don't necessarily do that. But he said to me, because I wasn't interested in getting back involved, I was just curious because, I knew him well. And he's like, well, we're going to need an accent. And then there's Steve-O Caldwell, my colleague at TSN. I never understand a word that he's saying, right? Whether it's the Park the Best podcast or on analysis, I hear a lot of great, and spirit, right? I'm like, what are you saying? I have no idea. But, it's definitely part of it. And I don't know that you're ever going to get a time where you're not going to get an accent. And don't clip this and post it, because I don't want Steve-O or anybody at TSN to give me crap because I just said I don't understand what he's saying, because I don't.
No, hey, I've been over to Scotland twice. There's a couple of funny stories where guys told us to go somewhere to this and be like, oh, that's not what we thought you were talking. But no, it's just, and they do it for golf too. I just bought, I guess it kind of irks me a little bit. For golf, it's like as soon as you bring in an English or a Scottish accent, it's like, okay, these people might not know anything about it. They might just have the accent. It's like they don't have a Canadian always doing hockey in the British
but they
league.
Should.
They should. It should be mandatory. Yeah.
You need to be able to say a. You need to say out and about. You've got to talk like that if you want to do hockey in Europe.
They should have some hockey guys doing the play-by-play for soccer.
Yeah.
That would be entertaining.
Wouldn't that be good? And, you know, and when I say the accent, like Luke Wildman is an outstanding broadcaster, right? So I am certainly glad we made that decision and went out and got him because he makes us all look and sound smarter. And whether it's the accent or just how good he is and his pace and his delivery, accent or not, that guy's really, really good.
I'm still confused about the offside thing sometimes, and my wife's like, how many times have you been through this?
The offside I get, the diving I don't. The diving
Did you see... Did you see like how perfectly they had the line, they had the graphic to show Kyle Larin was onside today on that play? You know, you can figure it out. It's generally where are you when the pass is made, right?
Yeah.
And so it worked for Canada.
Riders, BC Lions tomorrow. What are you watching at in this game? What aren't we talking about that we might be talking about maybe Monday?
Well, you know, from a Lions perspective, 2 rookie corners, right? I mean, not necessarily rookie. CJ Condon spent a bit of time in Ottawa, but, you know, in terms of, meaningful, heavy load, heavy experience, like the Lions are going to be really, really green at both corner spots because Gary Peters isn't playing. So, you know, when I first picked this game, when I put out my picks, I picked BC to win it. And I say that not because I think BC's better. I just think Saskatchewan's had more losses and it might take them a little more time to get to the level they were at a year ago, which under Corey Mace, I have no doubt they'll get to, right? It's still going to be an elite team. But I just thought early on, the Lions might have a bit of an edge, even with the emotions of the banner and the ring ceremony and all that. But now, when they announced the roster, I'm kind of hedging a little bit because of the 2 green corners. So we'll see if Trevor Harris and Mark Mueller are able to take advantage of that. But that's the matchup that I'm going to be watching is them against Saskatchewan's receiving corps.
Because we've only got 1 rookie playing on offense. The rest of it are all back from last year or at least veterans. So, yeah, that's the one I'm looking at, too.
We assumed last year, I think the number was the Riders had like 9 different receivers that caught at least 30 passes. And so they lost a lot of those guys. But their starters are still there. And when their starters are healthy and engaged and, you know, Schaefer Baker's up and ready and good to go and Sam Emilus is up and ready and good to go, like, it's a pretty good group.
It is.
So you're maybe, I'm trying to look and it's not out yet, but maybe pay close attention to the line on Trevor Harris passing yards tomorrow. I think because I'm looking at the scores so far. Like last night, we got a 37-27, right? Like teams are putting up points. And I remember talking to a guy years ago. He was more of an NFL guy, but he was like, if you got offenses early in the season, he's like, take the over. Yeah. Like, you know, it's hard for rookie defenses or green defenses to adapt. It takes a while. That and the rookie corners, because you mentioned that last week, I forgot about that. I'm glad you brought that up. Trevor Harrison, and he was talking today, and we got a clip coming up later. If he's sick of people kind of referring to him as a 40-year-old quarterback, like your kids are playing the game. We see the game like 40-year-old in 2026 isn't 40 like some people think. No. Like the guy's in great shape.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, you know, he plays a position and a style that doesn't require him to use his legs as much, right, as it is in another position. And, you know, talking to Trevor as much as I do, he really feels he's got the keys to the car now, right? Like he knows the answers to the test at this stage in his career that maybe he didn't earlier. And between that and the additional work that he's done in the offseason, you know, with Rob Williams on the quarterback side to add velocity or to keep velocity at a more advanced stage, he really, truly believes he's playing his best football. And, you know, every old guy says that, right? Like, when you talk to, look, I give TJ Lee crap about his age, and there's a mistake in the CFL. Like, last year they listed him as 36, and he was actually 34, and he's been trying to get the league to change it and sent in his birth certificate, and they didn't do it. And so, you know, we talked about it, and he says, like, you don't understand. Like, I know the game better than I ever did, so even if I'm a half step slower, I can get there a half step sooner because I know what's coming, right? And older players count on that. And there's a lot of older players that just aren't willing to see it, right? Like, you know, Adam Bighill last year struggled with where he was at speed-wise, right? And everybody else around him could see it. And eventually a decision was made, and that was that. And, you know, and Adam's had a great career, but it is difficult for these guys to make those decisions. But when you're a quarterback, it gets a little easier. We saw how good Tom Brady was. Like, Tom Brady was literally better in his 40s than he was in his 20s, statistically. And so you can do that in that position. If I'm Trevor Harris, I say bring it on. Like, savor it. Tell me I'm old, because I'm going to show you what an old guy can do, and he's proven it.
Where do you think Rourke and the BC Lions are watching tape? Obviously, both teams haven't played yet. It's kind of an even playing field in that. Where do you think that they might try and expose, if they can, the Riders' defense?
Yeah, I mean, I think they've got some questions at various parts of the secondary. And I think also, can they generate a pass rush, right? Because that was kind of hit and miss at times last year. They've lost some pieces there. A.J. Allen, you lose that piece. Are there some matchup advantages that you can take there? So, you mentioned that they've only got one new starter on the offensive side. There's a bit more in the way of change on the defensive side. So, I don't know that there's holes that they can exploit, but there might be some places where they think they can get favorable matchups.
I agree with you 100%. I think the matchup for me to watch is the Rider defensive line and what it does.
Can they get pressure?
Yeah, can they get pressure? Because that's basically a new group. What are they going to do together?
Well, and pressure was hard for them at various times last year, especially early. So, and then you lose Malik Carney. And I think they've got some good pieces, but they just haven't done it as a unit yet. So it's going to take time. How much does BC try to establish the run? Is that where you think you might be able to take advantage? Because BC might be a little more physical up front with a couple of the changes that they've made. And I think the big question is, are they going to be able to get a pass rush? Because, BC's line isn't necessarily special yet, right? But, Rourke has the ability to make a lot of offensive lines look good.
Yeah.
And that's establishing that run.
It is huge
and
for
if
both.
they're able to move that ball and get to second and shorts and then they open that up. I think a lot of people, and I'm sure if we ran a poll, most people are very curious on the Riders' defensive line for sure. Is there any player in this game that you're circling that's maybe new or maybe not new that you're like, I'm book's still out on him? I'm curious about him.
Well, for BC, it's probably going to be like Seven McGee and Kieran Poissant, who are going to get some time at receiver. And I'm not sure which one of them is going to start quite yet, but initially they were setting up their ratio to give Poissant an opportunity to start so they could go a little bit more American heavy on the defensive side and on the offensive line.
He's that
what
burner
can
that
he
you
do?
Talked about. Sorry to interrupt. He's that guy that's really fast.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like Rourke blew me away when he said he's the fastest player I've ever played with, like ever, right? And when you play NCAA football, you expect to be having some pretty fast guys there, and he played with Lucky Whitehead, so we'll see what that looks like. And Seven McGee is really kind of taken a bit of a step this year in the offseason so that he can be potentially more than just a return guy. And I think that they've kind of moved him around a lot in practices. And, I think Buck Pierce used to do that with a guy like Nick Dembski, and sometimes line him up in the backfield and hand him the ball off on some misdirection looks and things like that. So, how do they use him and what's his impact in the game going to be? But those two guys who might ultimately split a position and both of them play in that spot, I want to see what they can do.
I was looking at their depth roster, a few new bodies, few changes, but their receiving group is pretty similar to what they had last year, and still a very impressive group. You can't take McInnes for granted at all. You're going to have to put a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, McInnes and Hatcher for sure are as good as there are in the league, right? I mean, you could make the case that those are two top 5 receivers, and certainly last year's All-Star voting would indicate that. So. And McInnes it took a while for him to get going. 2 years ago, when it was kind of Vernon Adams' team to start the season, he was really, really going. Whereas last year, it took a while for him to get, fully up to speed as one of Rourke's guys, because prior to the NFL, McInnes wasn't here. Prior to Rourke going to the NFL, McInnes wasn't here. So that took a bit of a minute. But him and Hatcher, you give you a really good starting point. And then Katoy, is a really, underrated player for them that can do a lot of things, and even Stanley Berryhill, who was one of their faster players last year. They lose Eberhardt, and so they've replaced him with, as I mentioned, Poissant and McGee. So a lot of continuity, offensive line wise. They've got Yates in at one of the guard spots, so they're starting 2 Americans at guard, and Corey Woodruff has moved out from guard to tackle to replace Jarrell Broxton, who's in Winnipeg. So I think they feel that even though they lost Broxton, I think they believe their front is better and that they're more physical. So, we'll see how much time that gives Nathan.
Around the league after 4 regular season games, anything got your eyebrows raised? Are you surprised? How about Zach last night slinging it for 421 in a loss?
Yeah, honestly, look, I'm a big Zach Caleros guy. I think a lot of that was, yards after beatdown or kind of empty calorie yards. How about Bo Levi Mitchell after 2 games? Right? When you look at Bo, you talk about 40-year-olds, it doesn't necessarily raise my eyebrows, but this guy just keeps going. And you think it was going to be all him and Kenny Lawler. Well, no, it was Keurig Wheatfall. It was Keandre Smith, who really took a step for them a year ago. So the way that Scott Milanovic has that offense humming and the way they're able to spread the ball around, Roundtree, their new running back. But just when you look at Bo's efficiency, and Bo was really pissed last year they didn't win the MOP. I think he feels that Rourke won the award because he's Canadian, right? And that created a level of bias amongst voting. And I voted for Nathan. And when you look at the yards per game, and just the overall impact he also had with his legs, I absolutely believe Nathan deserved the award, right? He missed a few of the games, so the overall yardage was better for Bo, but the yards per game was better for Nathan. So for me, I think he earned it, but I also think it was a really difficult decision then, and Bo wants to make it a really difficult decision now. So Bo's always one of those guys that wants to manufacture motivation and have a chip on his shoulder. That added to it last year, and he's really found his way. Think about it, 2 years ago, this guy was ready to go. Scott Milanovic had enough. He benched him. Entirely different guy that's found the fountain of youth.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. The fountain of youth has struck Bo Levi Mitchell.
You think?
Can it strike any of us at any time soon?
I'd love
it.
Oh man.
Yeah, wouldn't it be good?
I'm just coming off a 5-day golf tournament. Oof.
Yeah.
I feel Father Time's winning. And then Toronto, Montreal tonight. Do you think it's a fair line? Montreal favored by 7?
I think it's fair. Well, actually, sorry, no, I don't think it's fair. I've not been impressed with Montreal so far, right? And, they found a way in the last game, but, in terms of overall body of work, I think they got a little fortunate and were able to kind of get things going late. I'm a big Davis Alexander guy, right? He is my MOP finalist coming out of the East. I think he would have had that last year had he been healthy and not missed all that time. So as long as he can stay healthy, I'm very bullish on Davis, but, Chad Kelly coming back and, what he's capable of doing when he's on. I'm not saying they're going to win, but I think they're going to cover.
I'm intrigued about this
I am
one
too.
tonight.
I'm interested to see what Chad Kelly does after a year off.
Once I watch all the soccer highlights that I can consume, then I'll be
TV's just blaring
over to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, have fun in that atmosphere out there. You made me jealous. Sounds like it's.
Well, I didn't want to take you out to the stadium because there's probably some rights issue, right? So I'm in the media room now. I didn't want to go out there and say, "Wait a minute, SportsCage isn't a rights holder for World Cup."
Yeah, no, we already got a letter. We're already in the bad books.
Oh man,
you haven't paid your rights fee.
I'm posted it over there. I framed it. I'm like, it's kind of like, thank you.
If we start framing all the letters we get, we're going to have a lot of frames up.
All right. Have a great weekend. We'll chat with you next week. Lots to chat about these days. Thanks, Farhan.
Thanks, man.
See you, boys.
There it is. Mr. Farhan Logie. Football Insider. Yeah, man, I don't know. Montreal, Toronto tonight.
I mean, people are talking well about Toronto's quarterback and that he looks good and he's ready to go and all the rest of it. I still think there's going to be a fall off there.
It's the Sports Cage. We are on the home of sports in Saskatchewan and the home of the Riders. 620 CKRM.
Hello?
What's your favorite garage door specialist?
What?
You like scary movies? Because I've seen what happens when you ignore that grinding noise.
But it's just a little squeak.
That's what they all say. Until the door won't open. Or worse, won't close. So call Busy Bee Doors.
Well, why didn't you just lead with that? Jeez.
Call Busy Bee Doors. They can fix or replace any commercial or garage door. It's a real scream. Busy Bee Doors, the garage door specialists.
The Roughriders season is here and the biggest 50-50 in Saskatchewan is back. Last year's 50-50 raised over $3.3 million for amateur football in Saskatchewan, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Rider Nation. This year, we have bigger loyalty and early bird prizes than ever before, not to mention those life-changing 50-50 jackpots. See all of the prizes and buy your tickets today at riders5050.ca and never miss a chance to win when you sign up for the 50-50 Club.
Riders 50-50 is presented by ISC.
Lottery license LR260010.
Spring's finally here.
Spring in Regina?
I'll believe it when I'm sitting on a patio.
Then let's get to Pump Jacks. Patio's open.
Open now?
Yep, Sunday brunch, daily food, and drink specials.
Hold on. Brunch and a patio?
And weekly live entertainment.
All right. That's not spring. That's a lifestyle.
On the corner of Albert and 13th, Pump Jack's Cathedral Saloon and Steakhouse. Come early, stay late. The place where friends meet.
Text CKRM 306-936-6262. Powered by Prairie Land Rentals. From power tools to skid steers, they probably have what you need for your job. 600 Albert Street, where you deal with the owner. The Sports Cage NASCAR Report, where rubbin' is racing, is brought to you by Croft Electric. Almost 29 years of trusted, reliable home, farm, and commercial service for all electrical needs. CroftElectric.com and all socials.
And I'm waiting. Are we on no intro today? Okay, straight to the story. All right, Denny Hamlin is making a habit of going from last to first. After Nashville 2 weeks ago, where a penalty for jumping the start sent him back to the back of the pack. Michigan saw him claim the pole, but sent to the back after changes to the car post-inspection. For him, not a big deal. Hamlin came from last to first again with a great finish and has a great second third of the season ahead of him. I don't care what you think, what is to come, but last to first, that's a winner. That's a winner every time, right? With 3 wins in the last 4 races, you'd have to say Hamlin is challenging Reddick for the top spot overall. The cool point is Denny is one of the owners of the 2311 team with driver Tyler Reddick, who's in front of him. What do you do as a competitor or an owner? What do you cheer for? Hey, tough call, isn't it? As of today, Hamlin's 51 points behind Reddick. Hamlin has 4 wins, Reddick has 5, but Reddick has not won since April 19th. Christopher Bell sustained a fractured wrist after a crash at Michigan, but has been cleared to race this week. Heads up for your fantasy team. Even though, Curtis, you're out, you should still pay attention to that. Now we head to one of Barney's favorite tracks of the year.
Tricky Triangle.
The Tricky Triangle. We're headed to Pocono.
Let's go.
It's a different track than normal. It is a 3-corner track, not a 4. So judge your team and their previous history at the track, because it does make a difference for how some of the teams race. Following this, we have 2 road courses, including the race at the Coronado Air Base in San Diego, which is going to be
I've been there.
Really cool.
I got a story and during news. Remind me to tell you.
Off the air.
It's to do with my nephew.
Yeah.
Thought I lost him.
At the Coronado Air Base?
He was 18. He came with us to San Diego on a work trip. And he wasn't in the hotel room. And I was like, okay, I got him into a bar.
Uh-oh.
And Blackberry, I remember, I'm like, come on. Finally, like 6 a.m, he texts, I'm out on the air base. I'm going to take a cab back to the hotel. I'm like, how do I call my sister? And I lost your firstborn.
He's in the U.S. military now. He's going to Iraq. Anyway, thanks, Crofty. That's the NASCAR report this week. Big race at the Tricky Triangle, and then we go on the roads.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Croft Electric. CroftElectric.com. Great website. Don't be doing any electrical work on your own.
Hey, you know what? Their preferred customer thing, I saw a speech by him today, a presentation. Mm-hmm. Really cool.
Yeah.
Like if you're not a preferred customer at Croft.
He talks about it on the show often.
Yeah, it's a big deal. You got to sign up for it. It's a good one.
You're set up. I'll find out the details. Follow them on the socials as well, Croft Electric.
Find them tomorrow at the tailgate party.
Yes, waiting for that text message. Okay, sprinkle of the day time. SportsSelect.com.
What do we got?
Make your picks online. Generate a QR code. There you go.
Are we looking?
We're looking at the Riders.
Soccer or the Rider?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
They don't have any props at Sports Select yet. That'll come out tomorrow, unless Curtis, you can find them. But
Curtis, are you bringing this up on the screen? Am I dreaming this? There we go.
You're going to have to go, Curtis, up to all leagues on the right there, and then drop down to CFL, and then it'll pull it up. Okay. So remember, Pro Line, Football, Sports Select, 3 points
is a tie.
It's a tie. So Riders win by 2, and you have a ticket, and you go try and cash it, it's going to say, not a winner, Pidge.
Loser.
It's got to be 3. So if you think it's a tight 3-point game, so they're giving you the point spread, Riders -2.
Yeah. You'd take the tie.
So the odds people are thinking, who are very smart, way smarter than me.
Than us. Yeah.
So they're thinking that it's going to be a tight, maybe 2-point game. So that's where I like that 325 on the tie.
Yeah.
You, likey?
I like it.
Okay.
I also think over.
So therein lies, then just talking to Farhan, right? 2 rookie corners. Okay, the Riders, are we going to get pressure?
New D-line.
I think we're all confident with Tavon Campbell, Marcus Sales, Nelson Lacombo back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Secondary's good. Yeah.
But if we give Rourke, like any quarterback of the professional level, time, he's going to eat you down the field.
Somebody's going to get open.
So I think I like the over as well. And you go to the scores, first 4 games, of the CFL season. You got 57 points. You've got 58 points scored. You got 50. And then last night, quick math, 64.
Yes, last night was big. Yeah. I think 52.5 is light. I think you take the over.
And it's not supposed to be...
The wind's not going to be awesome, but...
Yeah, well, I was looking...
Wind's more the concern than anything.
It's not that bad tomorrow for Regina. Like, it's always windy here. Oh, speaking of...
No, it's not. It's not that bad tomorrow.
Yeah. If you're... so it should be nice, regardless, for the banner. Or what are they calling it, a banner?
I think it is a banner.
It's kind of raising? It says up there, is it banner raising? Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
You got to be there for it.
He didn't ask me, but I think that's what they're doing.
Tomorrow night. No, it's still windy, my man.
No, not
28 to 42 in that little swirling.
Starting at 5, and it's going down as the evening goes on. That fourth quarter should be calm.
Yeah, text line. Rourke can kill you with his arms or his legs. Yeah. He can scamper.
He can, but again, we don't know what this line's going to do yet. I think I'm optimistic. There's going to be some bright spots there. I really am.
So you like the over. I like the 3-point game, the tie.
I like that too.
SportsSelect.com. Again, you can make your picks online, or you can go and fill out the slip. You can play the game by itself. Just want to confirm that. I think you can. Yeah, it's a standalone. You can play it by itself. Okay. So go to SportsSelect.com. Every bet is 100% legal. When you're ready to play, bet on the original chance of winning cash in hand. Must be 18 plus to play.
I'm old enough
to know better. Still too young to care. Great tune. Go to the Prairie Land Rentals text line here. We've got lots of soccer people.
Do you know what we haven't talked about yet? Game 5.
NHL.
Yeah.
Ice hockey.
Yeah. How about Carolina's goaltending? Hey, you haven't played in like 3 months.
Bussy.
Yeah. Go start. And win.
Funny story. I was driving home today, listening to the NHL Network. I called in to the fellas. I had a little chat, and I just said, Chikai. I said, Vegas is experienced. The only thing is, Billy Carlson now out. William?
Yeah.
I don't like that. But, like, you have guys that have...
Does that move Howden up in the lineup? Like, that's a good trade, I think, if that's the case.
I think they're looking at Riley Smith to come in.
That's a good move.
And he might go up. But then there were talk about getting Eichel, Dorofeyev, and Barbashev back together. Regardless, everybody is now, it's just turned where Carolina is the greatest thing. Carolina can't be beat. Carolina, so go ahead. I'm like, they're going back to Vegas. They get last change.
Yeah.
And they're a veteran team. Carter Hart. Okay. And if anyone, you got those clips ready, Curtis? If anyone didn't hear, I really like Torts. But
so do I.
Take it easy. As I've said, I've been in a lot of media scrums, and I'm not bragging by any means. I'm just saying my former life when I did this for real.
Yep.
And post-game pressers and that stuff. If a coach, manager, not so much a player, players never that. if they want to be absolute you-know-whats,
they can.
They can say literally this to any question when you think about it.
John, did you consider at all going to Aiden Hill in the third period, or was there any conversation or thought about it?
Christ, that could be the stupidest question I've heard.
No, it's definitely not. It is the question. And there was probably all the other media in that room were probably going to ask. Eric Francis is probably sitting there going, ooh, I was just going to ask that.
I'm not asking another question. And that part of what he's doing is deflecting. He's deflecting. No different than Gretzky did during the Olympics and Salt Lake. He's deflecting. He's changing the message and what people want to think. Right? So I give Torts credit for that because he's taken the pressure off Carter Hart by saying no. So of course he was thinking about it. Every coach is thinking about it, right? You're always thinking, would a change in goaltender help here? Would a change in this line help? If you're not really coaching the game. So he was aware of it.
Hey, shoot, I just actually, funny, his ears must be burning. Franchise just texted me. He just landed in Vegas. He says he can go at around 5:30 if we want to bring him on.
Really?
Yeah, so Eric Francis, live from Las Vegas. We'll talk off the rails
Viva
Friday.
Las Vegas.
But and the other thing is Carolina plays that man-to-man defense.
They're playing well.
I just, can't you just watch tape and figure out, you got to start running picks on them. Think of it like a football game.
You almost have to.
The man-to-man or basketball.
Or screens or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, you almost have to. So, but how about Jordan Staal? Scored in every game in the NHL in the Stanley Cup Finals. There's only 3 other players who've done that in history. Did you see who that was?
Yeah, it's. I was listening all day today. One of the guys' nickname is a Cyclone.
Cyclone Taylor, from the teens.
They need to start bringing back
some good nicknames,
names like that for hockey players.
Cyclone. Rocket Richard.
Rocket.
And Jean Beliveau. Right? Like those 3 guys are the only other 3 guys in the history of the game that have scored in every game in the Stanley Cup Finals.
I heard a crazy number on what his Conn Smythe, even 10 days ago was.
Plus 900, wasn't it?
More than that.
Was it?
And now it's negative.
Yeah. Him and Marner are both negative. Yeah.
Someone would have hit that. And, again, Chikai, if Howden has 2 games here, he's still in the mix there.
He still could be in the mix. If it goes to Game 7...
Marner's got to play possessed.
He does.
Sunday. This, you have 2 chances to win the Stanley Cup. Everything you've been through. You have to... Who else on that team hasn't won one? That fire's just got to be... Hurdle?
Hurdle hasn't.
A lot.
Hurdle hasn't. Carter Hart hasn't. Rasmus Anderson hasn't.
Yeah, that guy looked bad yesterday.
Yeah.
That guy looked real bad. Yeah, I'm curious to talk to Francis about that. Okay, we're getting close to
Colton Sissons.
To the hour here.
Okay, we got to do something else.
We got to take a break, and then we'll come back, and we're getting some text messages we got to read. It's a Sports Cage on this Friday for Nelson, home streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com.
Since 1949, Nelson Homes has been providing you one-stop shopping for ready-to-move homes, panelized packages, and on-site builds. Nelson Homes' team of authorized dealers all over Saskatchewan would be happy to help you turn your dream home into a reality. In the Strasbourg, Last Mountain Lake area, call Dean at SolidWorks Carpentry or call 1-800-661-6534 for more information. Nelson Homes, trusted quality and service since 1949.
Winter in Saskatchewan tests everything, our patience, vehicles, and sometimes our bumpers. From icy parking lot dings to serious highway mishaps, choosing local matters. At Regina Motor Products Collision Center, we're Saskatchewan owned, run, and we drive these roads too. An SGI accredited full-service collision center working on all makes and models. Submit your SGI claim and book your appraisal. It's easy. When you need repairs you can trust, it's neighbors helping neighbors. Regina Motor Products Collision Center, south at Highways 1 and 6 Albert Street, rmpchevrolet.com.
When you play Sports Select, you're part of more than the game. You're backing over 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups across Saskatchewan funded through Sask Lotteries. So go ahead, make your picks at sportselect.com, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer. Every play is 100% legal, and every ticket supports your community. Sports Select. When you're ready to play, bet on the original. Must be 18 plus. Please play responsibly.
It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Reliance Heath Water Heater Rentals. Rent a water heater and water softener starting at about $1.20 a day and get $400 when you switch to Reliance Heath.
FIFA World Cup underway. Canada's first game, a 1-1 draw or tie with Herzegovina, Bosnia today. 1-1. CFL football. Week 2 continues tonight. Interesting how the Toronto Argonauts look. They're in Montreal, 5 o'clock kick our time. Western Canadian Hardball League. We have the Regina Red Sox hosting Weyburn, 7:05. The Berries are in Moose Jaw, 7:05. Swift Currents at Okotoks, 7:05. And the Blue Jays play today in New York against the Yankees, 5:30. SportsCage.com poll today. Who will win Saturday's CFL game between Saskatchewan and BC? Vote at sportscage.com. Okay, we got 49 seconds. Ron and Deb on the text line. I haven't heard from them in a long time. I thought they blocked us or we blocked them.
Where are they from?
They come from Alberta, Pigeon Lake. Pigeon Lake just made it to town. Pumped for the opener. We'll cruise the tailgates. Hope the tailgaters make it into the banner reveal time 2026. Break a leg, boys. Thanks, guys. James texted. I'm not going to read that one, though. Happy to go. Calvin Seating says, I can't wait. Coming in tomorrow for the game. Bringing in 4 buddies.
Love it.
Right on. You know what I said I wanted to do last year, and I never did it, and I passed it today when I was cruising back? Go to that Aylesbury bar to watch a game.
The Elephant Bar, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've slid in there a couple times.
Yeah.
The wings in there are pretty good. I'm not going to lie to you.
I know.
I like a chicken wing.
I heard on game days to go before. But
on
then
the way
I'm there and I have a couple of cold ones. I just want to sit and watch a game there.
You got to make sure you're on a bus coming in from there. Yeah. I've heard buses get to there and don't get to the game. That's as far as they get.
Hour 2, we are going to have Scott Schultz talking some CFL football, and the great Lanny McDonald will be in studio. Stay tuned. We're back after the news.
We are the voice of Saskatchewan. 620 CKRM Regina, a Harvard media station.
News is brought to you by Bronco Plumbing and Heating, where professional service is guaranteed. They'll treat you right. Call 781-2090.
It's 4 p.m. Good afternoon. Mostly cloudy and 15 degrees in Regina. I'm Denis Conroy from the SAS Today newsroom with 620 CKRM News. RCMP are seeking answers after a serious assault on Muscalgan First Nation. Punishai RCMP say an adult man was taken into hospital with serious injuries after an apparent break-in and assault at a residence. Officers received the report Wednesday morning and believe the incident occurred sometime between the evening of June 9th and the morning of June 10th. Investigators are asking anyone who witnessed suspicious activity or captured surveillance footage in the area to contact RCMP or Crime Stoppers. More addictions recovery housing is opening in Regina this month, creating 22 new sober living spaces through a partnership between the Saskatchewan government, Oxford House Saskatchewan, and the City of Regina. The spaces will be located in 4 residential homes and are designed for people who have completed addictions treatment but still need stable housing during recovery. Oxford House says residents are already moving in, with 1 home already full. The organization provides peer support, life skills training, and employment assistance to help residents rebuild their lives and return to the community. 2 motions expected to generate discussion at Regina City Council have been delayed until June 24th. Council was set to review a report on a fare-free transit pilot at Johnson Collegiate, where supporters urged the city to expand free transit for high school students, citing affordability, environmental benefits, and improved access to education. Any expansion would require approval through Regina's 2027 budget process. A second motion from Ward 10 Councillor Clark Bezzo would review regulations and fines tied to city infrastructure after recent overpass incidents. Government House is cleaning up after a costly encounter with Mother Nature. Regina's historic landmark is assessing damage caused by Tuesday's hailstorm, which shattered glass around the conservatory and forced its closure. Officials say repairs will require further evaluation and specialized equipment before timelines can be set. Damage was also reported to windows and the Edwardian Gardens. Despite the setback, Canada Day celebrations at Government House will proceed as planned on July 1st from 1 p.m. until 4. Saskatchewan Roughriders fans are counting down to a milestone home opener Saturday at Mosaic Stadium, complete with a Grey Cup celebration and new pre-game tailgating. It's the first meaningful game since last November's championship win, and the trophy will be on display. Fans are also excited for Riderland Park and a pre-game flyover by 2 C-10-156 Harvard aircrafts. Kickoff follows shortly after 5 p.m. with anticipation high across Rider Nation heading into the new season. That's 620 CKRM News. Read more stories from around your community and around the province at sasktoday.ca and 620ckrm.com.
When summer heat hits, there's nothing worse than an air conditioner that can't keep up. Stay cool, comfortable, and ready for those hot Saskatchewan days with a new Bryant air conditioner from Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Bryant systems are built for reliable performance, energy efficiency, and lasting comfort, so you can keep your home cool all summer long. Call Bronco Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling today for more information or visit broncoplumbing.com. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Weather for next-gen coatings, spray coatings for truck bed liners, rocker panels, and more. Same company, new name, 1865 McCarra Street, Regina.
Weather tonight, mostly cloudy, some spotty showers in the area. Wind diminishing a bit out of the northwest, 25 to 45. Low down to 7. Tomorrow, looking early cloud into sunshine and a high of 18. Tomorrow night, clear, low down to 7. Sunday, partly to mostly sunny and a high of 21. Monday, partly sunny. Some spotty showers later in the day in the area and a high of 22. And Tuesday looking like showers and a high of 20. Right now in downtown Regina, it's mostly cloudy. It is breezy and it's 15 degrees.
For over 40 years, you've known them as Regina's trusted vehicle protection specialists. Now they're introducing the next gen of coatings. New name, new level of protection. They're now next gen coatings. 3 generations of their family have served your family, and that hasn't changed. Same owners, same commitment, ready for the next gen of truck beds, rocker panels, trailers, bumpers, and running boards. The company hasn't changed, just the name. Next Gen Coatings, 1865 McCarra Street. The next gen starts now.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sports Cage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Brought to you by Nelson Homes, supplying home packages and RTMs for over 65 years. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sports Cage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Welcome back, Sports Cage, on this Friday for Nelson Homes. Home packages and RTMs for over 65 years. Sharky's with me on this Friday. We're getting ready for the banner unveiling.
Banner raising? Unveiling?
Rip the bed sheet off it and let's go. 5th time. Where'd you get that flag, by the way, Curtis? We got a new flag in the studio.
What flag? What
5-time Grey Cup champs, it says.
Well, that's brand
nice.
new. I didn't notice that.
It's a sharp flag.
What's going on?
That looked nice in your kitchen window.
You're a single guy. That's probably a bedroom covering for you.
I do have a flag in the bedroom. It's a CQM flag. It's a little batch, but
ooh, romantic.
Yeah, Nick, our promo guy, handed it to me. He's like, "Oh, do you want to hang it up in the sports cage?" And I say, "Yeah, I want to hang up in the sports cage." And I know you were talking about hitting something behind Colson forever, so I screwed it right into the wall, right where there's only grommets on the one side, so it's not coming down anytime soon. So
actually, you need to move it over so it's actually behind you.
Don't tell me
Or
that.
can you move your camera over?
Yeah, can you switch your
How
camera?
does that? Because people that are watching the stream, they're probably like, we can't see the flag, you bozos. They're talking about how great this flag is. And all we got is a half of barnwood.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Here it is.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
See?
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's the little bonus you get when you watch the stream.
Yeah.
You get to see the props and the new things here and our cease and desist letter that we framed.
Letters,
plural.
Yeah.
We are hoping for Scott Schultz to be with us here momentarily for a little twirl, midweek sound off, but I know it's Friday. For me, it feels like could be whatever day after the week I went up here. Speaking of, okay, here is, this could be so beneficial for people. Nothing against going north this year.
Okay.
I got to play Cook Golf Course, Elk Ridge, obviously Waskesiu is where the tournament was. It was amazing.
Yep.
All unbelievable shape, all of them. Play. But I've been going up there my whole life.
Yes.
Playing in this golf tournament since I was 21, so over 27 years, let's say. There's a few maybe in and out there. The worst mosquitoes I have ever seen up there in June.
I have heard the bugs have had a great spring. Yeah.
So the one day it was kind of a little bit breezy for up there, not like Regina breezy. And thank the Gord, because it kept the bugs a little bit away. But then yesterday we got like a little bit of rain, and then it brought them out. And it's so boggy there, and they won't spray because it's National Park and all the Subaru clan, and we got that. But it's so. I'm just telling people. You
get the good bug spray.
Get the coils, the zappers, anything else. Try it this year. Just my warning to you, if you're going north this year, and I'm sure it'll be bad kind of everywhere. Standing water.
So far it hasn't been too bad down here.
Because it's 70K winds every day.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of golf courses, are we doing that? We talking good about golf courses?
Yeah.
Played at Avonlea on Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Really good shape.
Really?
Congratulations to those guys and the condition of that golf course. Nice work, boys.
Okay, well, I want to hear more about that in break, but let's get going with Scotty.
The Midweek Sound Off, powered by Revive Men's Health Clinic. Treatment for men's ED without pills or surgery. Discreet and confidential. Visit revivemd.com. Lakeview Insurance. Get a second opinion on your coverage with Scott Schultz and his team. Protecting what you built.
There he is. There's the guy.
Look at that.
There's the boys.
Yeah. I think I asked you this last week, but I've kind of killed a lot of brain cells in the last 5 days. What are you tailgating tomorrow?
No tailgating tomorrow, but I am going to the game. I'll be up in the old alumni lounge.
Okay. Not even a quick flyby.
So we got to take her over. What's that?
Not even a quick flyby. The tailgate.
Walk through.
Well, I've got 4 kids, so if I get to the game on time, it'll be a miracle. So,
true.
One of these games this year for sure, I'm going to definitely infiltrate the tailgating and see what kind of havoc I can cause.
Maybe jump on, do like the Buffalo thing onto a picnic table.
Onto a table, yeah.
Break a table.
Yeah.
Schultz is at the hospital.
Well, paper mache went up for you, so it's ready to go.
Yeah.
So he's not at the hospital yet. He's at the hospital, but he's been waiting to get in for the last 48 hours.
That's right.
How does our line get pressure tomorrow? Coming out early, first game of the year. Got to pressure that kid back there.
Listen, they just it's simple stuff at the D line, but they definitely need to dominate up front. In the CFL, pressure changes everything. So how are they going to do it? Well, it's easy. They got to get set. They got to get in their stance, and they got to be keying that ball and just get off and run into somebody. And sometimes it's running circles, scream and shout, and until you figure it out. And so it's a new group of guys, but I have faith that they'll be getting up, and it'll be an interesting matchup because we're definitely a contending team this year.
I hope so. Do the coaches go at it simple game one out of the gate? There's kind of been a couple of weeks. Are they going to throw some things at Rourke that maybe try to confuse him? I don't know, stunts, all those crazy things you guys do.
I think that they will because we're a seasoned team, we've got the veteran groups that they can do that. Plus, the Corey Mace effect is real. I mean, he's changed the identity of this football team. They play fast, they play violent, they play together. The culture is now established rather than being built, and that's the biggest difference in expectations. Last year it was proving it, and this year we're defending it.
Schultz, you won a Grey Cup, obviously, and congratulations on that. You should never, ever stop being proud of that moment. But what's it going to be like for those guys tomorrow, opening up that game, knowing that the celebration is going to take place beforehand?
Yeah, to be quite honest, some guys might get caught up in that. But to be honest, they're done with it. I've talked to the guys. I've talked to Luke. I've talked to Jeremy. I've talked to, some of the guys involved with the team. Gordy Gilroy, they've had their celebration. They're ready to get on with it. They're ready to get out there and start the chase. And last year they were hunting. Now they're the hunted. It's a different mentality when you're the defending Grey Cup champion. And it can work both ways, but I think it's going to work in their favor, and they're going to have that experience. And we're going to just get out there and start grinding down the season.
Love it.
Speaking of hunted and hunter,
yeah,
didn't you?
Yeah, I got drawn for elk today.
Whatever that.
Yeah,
whatever that means. I'm
it's
not a
good.
hunter.
We'll get some sausage. It'll be good.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Who's the one guy? When you watch that game, who's that one guy tomorrow when you're watching that game? Is it somebody on that defensive line that you're going to keep your eyeballs on?
For me, I'm actually going into the game with kind of a clean slate for that D-line. So it's kind of exciting for me. I really will be focusing on the D-line, seeing who's playing well, seeing who's getting after it. Because, in the preseason, I mean, it's all well and good, but when the real bullets fly is when you can really measure one of these guys. So I'm looking forward for that. But again, I'm excited to see Harris. Everyone says he's phenomenal. He's looks better than ever, and so I'm going to be. That's the guy I'm going to be looking for to see how that layoff was the first week, and if he got enough in camp to come out and lead these guys to a victory.
It's interesting to me that I think two of the best teams in the league are facing off against each other in their first game each. We're really going to get a great matchup on Saturday afternoon.
Well, absolutely, and you can see. I mean, BC under their new management and ownership, they've put a lot into their club. They've got a buzz going. They've got the top tier Canadian quarterback at the helm. They've got a lot of things going for them. But it's never easy, as everyone knows, coming into our backyard. You mix in now the inaugural tailgating. I think it's gonna. The excitement's gonna be there, but I think the Riders' performance is gonna blow the lid off the stadium. It's gonna be great.
I love it. Can't wait. I'm ready.
You get to Nathan Rourke early.
Yeah.
Get on top of him. What do you say to him? What would be your first chirp?
York. Who gets named after a dessert like York pudding? Come on. It would be cheesy. It wouldn't be I'm gonna eat your children. It would be cheesy, but then with that dead eye stare, so he doesn't know if I'm not all with it upstairs.
There we go. Now
you give them the cheese, and then they kind of laugh. They're like, but then you have that dead stare, like nothing's on up there, and that's what's scary. I've seen some of those guys, mostly BC Lions and Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Who did you chirp the most to in your career?
Yeah, who's your?
Oh, well, I don't know if it was the most, but the most highlighted was always with BC because it wasn't because it was because they were good. It was because they were such a thorn in our side, and that's the only way you can do it when they beat you. I remember one game, it was to the point where it's like, we got to get rid of this quarterback. So at the first quarter, I end up knocking out Dave Dickinson. Nate Davis knocks out Casey Printers right before the half. And we're up. We're thinking, this is unbelievable. Finally is our year. Third quarter, in comes Buck Pearson, lights our tits up for like 49 plus points. And it was, so those are the reasons why we hate those guys.
I think I remember that. Honestly, I remember that and going, ooh, Printers too. And it's like, who's this Buck Pierce guy? And I'm like, what do they got a quarterback factory out there? What is going on?
Yeah, and me and Nate were like, man, we're going to autopilot for the second half. And then all of a sudden, midway through the third, it's like, holy cow, like you're sucking air through your butt. You don't know what's going on. So that was his big coming out. So yeah, that I would say BC is the most trash talk with those big old lines. They had that Jimenez and they had other big dog. I can't remember his name. Rick. The one that body slammed John Chick.
Oh.
Remember Eric Tillman was on the side screaming to the refs, he's got diabetes. Like trying to save him.
He's got diabetes.
It was the best. It was the funniest stuff ever.
Oh man,
that's why we love having you on, Chelsea. We get the true story.
Listen, I'll tell you. I mean, you ask me, and I will tell.
There's the quarterbacks though. There was always those guys like Dickinson. Yep. And just from kind of now that he's coaching and you get to hear from him, Buck. There Anthony Calvillo is another guy. Danny McManus that you seem like if you kind of chirped him, he'd be like, whatever, pigeon, move along.
Yeah. Well, Danny Mac. I mean, he had the quickest release in the CFL for like a decade or more. I mean, you couldn't get to that guy. Like he would literally have the ball off in under 2 seconds. Like it was just. It was shotgun, 1-2, boom, the ball's out, and stuff. So yeah, but there are guys, especially what I would say for the fans, focus in on the corner and the receiver duel. You're going to see a lot more excitement and jaw jacking there. The fat guys, you might get a thrust here or there, and a grab with a face mask, and maybe a pushing and a belly bumping session. But after a couple quarters, you're too tired to talk trash. I mean, if you've got enough energy to talk trash and you're not putting it into your game, you got problems. At least that's how it worked for me.
That's beautiful to know, though. Okay. If they're not chatting, they're not working hard enough.
Yep.
Okay, give us your prediction for tomorrow.
All right, I got Riders 27, BC 24. It's going to be close because there's going to be mistakes first game, but the Riders will will it to happen and make it a win for us. And I predict we will have a field goal over 45 yards for sure. That guy can boom it.
So just so you know, he said the tie and the over. He went 53.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I can be swayed. I can be swayed there.
I like
for
it.
sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe see you tomorrow. Maybe see it floating around.
If you float through tailgate, we'll be there.
That's right.
Well, I will be floating. I'll be grinding.
Okay.
All right.
Like at the club. See you, Schultz.
Thanks, man. Take care, guys.
Bye. There's our midweek sound off on a Friday with Rider legend Scott Schultz. It's brought to you by Lakeview Insurance, where he works. You can have a cup of coffee and talk insurance anytime. And Revive MD male ED treatment here in Regina and in Saskatoon. More tailgate stuff coming in. I got the text message from our friend who's got the tailgate, and all he said, check out this koozie.
He's went and got himself special koozies. That's it.
Do you know what he's cooking?
I have some idea. I think the menu is in flux, but I have some idea where he's going to go. Yeah. We have a little more pregame work to do on the vehicle that's going in.
Oh.
Yeah. A little more prep to do on that.
A real event.
Yeah.
A real event.
Yeah. The tent is ready. I'm going to make sure there's enough chairs, right?
things like that.
What's the speaker situation? Who's the DJ? What kind of tunes are we running?
I will not be the DJ. I'm not trusted with that by anybody at any time. I usually screw that up. So
wall-to-wall Doors. Just play the Doors.
I can guarantee you it will not be the Doors. That's what I can guarantee you.
936-6262. Are you going to the game tomorrow? Are you excited? Do you have your tailgate set up? Let us know on the Prairie Land Rentals text line. Still more to come in the program in this hour. Legend Lanny McDonald.
Can't wait.
He'll be joining us. We're going to come back with some Rider audio and the Clutch Performer. It's a Sports Cage on this Friday for Nelson Holmes.
This is Country Gold with Steve Harmon. Your home for the country hits of the 80s, 90s, and 2000s.
Hello, I'm Steve Harmon, inviting you to join me for Country Gold. Each week we play country favorites from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, and we check in with the stars who made them, too. This weekend on Country Gold.
Country Gold, brought to you by Trent Dickin and his experienced team at Flooring Superstore. Saturday mornings at 6 and Sunday afternoons at 4 on the Voice of Saskatchewan, 620 CKRM.
Since 1949, Nelson Homes has been providing you one-stop shopping for ready-to-move homes, panelized packages, and on-site builds. Nelson Homes' team of authorized dealers all over Saskatchewan would be happy to help you turn your dream home into a reality. In the Radville-Weyburn area, call Darren and Claude at South Sask Builders, or call 1-800-661-6534 for more information. Nelson Homes, trusted quality and service since 1949.
You know that Extreme Hockey and Sport has everything you need for hockey, but warmer weather has them thinking baseball. Be all set for the ball diamond with team kits, bats, gloves, accessories, and training products all in stock. And let's not forget about lacrosse. Don't let spring throw you a curveball. Be ready with Extreme Hockey and Sport, locally owned, community-focused, 1425 McIntyre Street at the Cooperator Center, now in Moose Jaw, and online at extremehockey.net.
We asked Karen about how easy it is to invest her money with Brian Golly at Smart Investing Solutions.
All I do is when I have money to invest, I call Brian. I ask him, what would he do? A lot of times I'll say, what would you do? And he just tells me what he would do. And then I just say, okay, here's what I have. And overall, he's made it very easy, very simple.
Get started today at smartinvestingsolutions.ca.
For 70 years, Freeze Tallman has been more than a building supplier. It's been part of the community. Family owned since 1956, Freeze Tallman is proud to grow alongside the families, builders, and businesses they serve. This milestone is about more than time. It's about trust, hard work, and relationships built to last. Thank you for being part of the Freeze Tallman story. Visit freezetallman.com. Freeze Tallman. Locally owned, family grown, rooted in our community for 70 years.
The Sports Cage Clutch Performer for Keln Solar. Thinking about saving money by using solar power? Keln Solar is a local family company that can put solar panels on your home, business, or farm. KelnSolar.com.
I know they lost, but my Clutch Performer, I told you this last night, Pavel Dorofeyev.
Yes.
From the Las Vegas Golden Knights. I don't know why. I had a little hunch, and I'm like, he hasn't scored in a while. I'm taking him to score. And then as I sat there, I said, nope, I'm going to take him to get 2 as a long shot.
That's a gamble.
And boom. That's why it's called gambling.
But like that, there's gambling and then there's gambling. You were gambling.
I'm talking like little sprinkles here. So nothing made, it never gets involved in my life. Like never. And it never will. But it made it interesting. And he scored 2 goals last night. Then my second one, John Tortorella. What a beauty talking about his clothing.
I know. He's so good.
And Nick Dowd and Braden McNabb were just talking about liking their game outside of the penalties, and I'm just curious if you felt the same way.
Yeah, I thought we had a good start. We had a really good start. We lost momentum when we went back-to-back in penalties. It's about the same time that we lost Bill. We got to find a way. I'm going to leave my clothes here, that's for sure. They'll be in the hotel.
I've been to hotels and I've left clothes. And then you call back, and it's like, I think I left a sweater and a belt. And then they're like, nope. So hopefully
you can come look through Lost and Scrounge, but it ain't there.
Yeah. Hopefully they got better maids where there's, I'm sure, the Waldorf Astoria or wherever they were staying.
Yeah.
John,
Not the Days Inn.
John went on the plane in his Lulus, and he left clothing in Raleigh. Yeah. So for Kellen Solar, anyone else got one? No. Clutch Performer.
That's a great Clutch Performer.
If you need anything, if you're thinking about solar, give them a call. Family-run business in Lumsden, Saskatchewan. Travel throughout the province. Kellen Solar. Get some solar panels up. Save some money. Find them online. Okay. Riders. Lions tomorrow.
Big day.
We have some audio here from today at Mosaic Stadium. Coach Mace was asked, do you address the emotions associated with the game with the team?
Yeah, a little bit. I think anytime it's the first game of a year, whether you're a vet or not, you're going to be dealing with, first game jitters and nerves. I think that's pretty natural. Just, as quick as we can snap back to reality of, we've been doing this a long time, and just, stay focused on the fine and the simple details of us to execute and play at a high level and play as fast as possible. Early in the season, I think it's those details. They're a little heavier. They weigh a little heavier in games. So, we speak about those kind of things. But you expect them though a little bit.
I have that same shirt as Coach Mace, sir. He fills it out better than I do.
You maybe should have bought a different size.
I don't know about what, like Schultze said, right? It's kind of like, let's just get on with it. Let's play.
I think some of them are. I think they're ready to knock somebody in the mouth and get playing football.
It's a special moment, just like I said, for the fans. Like, if you're a diehard Rider fan, like, you have the tattoo or you bleed green, or like the guy that I played the lobstick that had the Rider bag and Rider head covers. And I was like, are you a fan?
Who do you cheer for?
Like, you gotta go check this out tomorrow if you can. Like the unveiling of the fifth banner.
I know. I think it's going to be epically cool. I'm like, which jersey do I wear?
And what are you leaning towards?
I think I'm going back to my Picton. Yeah, I think that's where I'm headed. Yeah, maybe my John Chick, but no, I think I'm going Picton.
Face paint guy?
No. This is a canvas. Like, you don't just throw paint on this. This has got to be worked on.
But you got the bald head, though.
Yeah, I got to wear a hat.
I've always thought when guys want to get after the face painting, and they're bald,
they put it up.
Like, man, you got more canvas up there.
No, that's not
to do.
No.
If Curtis is coming back, we have another clip here from
Curtis returns
from Coach Mace, because the BC Lions do have arguably the best quarterback north of the border in Nathan Rourke. So Coach Mace was asked, do you have to completely shut down Rourke to win?
The quarterback position is extremely important, I think, in this sport in general. I don't care what league it is. But yeah, I'm not sure how many games that he may have missed last year, but I know they weren't undefeated. So that would tell me that whether you slow him down or he has a good day or you stop him, I don't know. Every team's beatable in this league, so they're not excluded from that.
I like that confidence.
Like we had in
I like that.
Like we had on the Prairie Line Rentals text line a little while ago. But he can sling it and he can move. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a complete package. There's no doubt about that. But we got a new defensive line. I want to see that they're going to get after and make some things happen. I think that's going to be the difference in this game. I really do. If we can put some pressure on Rourke, this is ours.
Maybe a late hit early.
Just a bump.
Just a little one.
Just a little one.
Just a little how's she going.
Yeah.
You never know. Maybe blitz in a corner. Come from the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coach Mace. This is an interesting one. Despite all the time off, is it an even playing field because BC was off last week as well?
I think there's however you look at it, you could find a plus or a minus. You know what I mean? But it's as equal as it can get. They have to deal with the same things that we have to deal with, so it's a level playing field, no doubt.
More from Coach Mace coming up tomorrow in the pregame show, which starts, Curtis, at 2 o'clock. Curtis is always grinding.
Yeah.
He's here
He
grinding.
works hard. He works hard.
You're going to tailgate at 1:30?
I think that's kind of the plan we're setting for. Yeah.
I'm going to go do my gambling picks live there tomorrow.
Nice.
Because I want to go check out the tailgating.
Is there a Sports Select station in the stadium?
No. Good idea, though. Good idea. I like it. I like how you think.
Yeah, there should be one in there. There should be a little lottery spot, little kiosk, little...
You talk gambling too much.
Yeah. We don't.
Okay, we got more on the Riders. We're going to hear from Josh Woods also in a bit. But when we come back, we are going to have the legend.
It's going to be cool.
Lanny McDonald in studio. It's a Sports Cage on 620 CKRM.
If you've got a Steelcraft garage door, you've got a door with parts manufactured and assembled right here in Canada. A door with better insulation and seal, plus a warranty you're probably never going to use. And if you don't have a Steelcraft garage door, you should get one. Don't just hang a door, install a Steelcraft. Turn curb appeal into curb envy.
Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door. We offer more.
Steel-craft.ca.
Play of the game? Touchdown! More like the game to play. The new Saskatchewan Roughriders Scratch and Win ticket. It's your chance to win 10 years of Rider season tickets, a premium suite for the home opener and the Labor Day Classic, and tons of Rider swag. Plus, 2 chances to win $75,000. Tickets available at your favorite lottery retailers. Proudly brought to you by Sask Lotteries, supporting sport, culture, and recreation across the province. Please play responsibly.
For 70 years, Freeze Tallman has been more than a building supplier. It's been part of the community. Family owned since 1956, Freeze Tallman is proud to grow alongside the families, builders, and businesses they serve. This milestone is about more than time. It's about trust, hard work, and relationships built to last. Thank you for being part of the Freeze Tallman story. Visit freezetallman.com. Freeze Tallman. Locally owned, family grown, rooted in our community for 70 years.
Get it hot, get it fast, Western Pizza.
Hey, it's your stomach. We need to talk. What are you doing to me here? Another sad little salad? I like eating healthy as much as the next stomach, but sometimes I want to live. Load me up with a Western pizza, pepperoni, ham, bacon, melty cheese. Now we're talking. And maybe some ribs, lasagna, or souvlaki on the side. Treat me like a respected stomach. Western Pizza. Dine in or take out today.
And get it hot, get it fast, Western Pizza.
If it's happening in sports in Saskatchewan, we've got it covered on Sports Cage. Be part of the show. Call 936-6262 or toll free 1-866-767-0620. On your radio at 620 CKRM and online at sportscage.com.
All right. Welcome back. Friday, Sports Cage for Nelson Homes, home packages and RTMs for over 65 years. We're going to get back into the Rider talk in a moment, but I teased it earlier. In studio with us, because he's in town, Brent Global from Events Edge Entertainment and Speakers Bureau. Brings in the big ones, Sharky.
He does.
And
nothing
today,
small on his list.
He messaged along with Devin from IG and said, hey, he didn't message today, but he's like, Lanny McDonald coming in. Would you like him to come on the show? And I'm like the Lanny McDonald or the Lanny McDonald from Hafford that I know? They're two different guys. And I was like, wow, absolutely, Lanny. Thanks for taking some time and jumping down today.
Oh, my God. A pleasure being here. I've heard all about the show and actually know Sharky from before. So it's like old times, and here we are.
Here we are is right.
Wow, am I flattered?
Good,
you remembered.
Yeah.
What, you remember, what did I do wrong?
That was.
No, it's a wanted poster. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you watching the Stanley Cup final? Can we start there? What are you thinking about this?
Absolutely. I thought actually after Game 3, Vegas was a shoe-in, and that's how much I know. Talk about totally turning it around. Carolina, you got to give them credit. They lose their goalie. No one knows what the heck happened to the goalie. But the backup comes in, and he has played unbelievable. But they are playing a great team game right now. Vegas has to... I disagreed with their choice of goalies for Game 5. I thought they should have maybe brought Hill in.
Really?
In Game 5. And even if you lose, you bring Carter Hart right back. But now I don't think there's any possible way they can actually start Hill in the final game. They got to ride Carter Hart the whole time now.
They have to this point anyway. I mean, Carter's been their guy.
He's
yeah,
played unbelievable.
He has. You know, considering all the stuff that's gone on and the time off he's had, to be at this stage of the game is pretty impressive for him.
Well, I thought John Tortorella did a great service to Carter. After 3 games of being there, he already declared, that's my goalie for the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And you know what? He's rode him, and yeah, they've scored a few more goals than, and I'm speaking of Carolina, than Vegas would have liked, but they're in the finals, and so they should not be surprised. That's the final team, and if they score 4 goals a game, they score 4 goals a game. Yeah. You better find a way to score 5.
Those are both good teams at this stage of the game.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, and I'm like, okay, well, you worry about the goals. Vegas should be able to score. I think tomorrow, Lanny, you've been in these locker rooms, right, in the Stanley Cup final, and nowadays you got a guy. I think a guy like Mitch Marner tomorrow, or on Sunday, will play possessed. Like, he is so close to winning that Stanley Cup with everything he's put up with in his year. A guy like him, Hurdle as well.
Should.
Right?
Yeah.
You look down that Vegas team, and they have the guys that have won it. You know, a lot of people forget Barbashev won it in St. Louis and Vegas, right? They got the guy. But a guy that you watch closely in Calgary, they need more from Hanifin and Anderson.
I totally agree. They've been playing them together. They played a lot together in Calgary. And Anderson just looks like he's maybe out of sync a little bit and maybe trying too hard. He wants to make a difference. Well, sometimes you just got to be the best player you can possibly be, not trying to do anything too much over the top.
Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, just play your game.
Maybe injured. We don't know.
Could be.
That'll come out. Here's a question. Your runs that you made, what's the worst injury you played with?
Oh, my God. Broken nose and broken wrist when we beat the Islanders. And you freeze your wrist, you put a cage on, and they wrap it tight, and you go out and play.
Is that when you scored the winner in overtime?
Yeah. Chico Resch has never forgiven me for that. And it was not a hard shot. No. I just was lucky enough to get it up over the top of his glove. And I teased him all the time when we played later together in Colorado that Chico, I can score on you anytime. Well, that was not true, of course. I love Chico, by the way.
Who doesn't? Yeah.
No, that's true.
When you win it in '89, your last season with the Flames, and like, what a way to go out. Do you watch guys now in the league that are later in their careers that have never won it? I think today, I was talking to another guy. You look at Burns, who left Carolina to Colorado. Now what's he thinking, right? He's like, they are 1 win away. But you must watch guys that were in your shoes, Lanny, and go, with the Ray Bourque, that was, a big deal. Joe Thornton never got a chance, but you must watch those guys closely.
I do. And I was so happy for Ray Bourque. And I thought Colorado had an unbelievable chance. And who would have ever guessed that Vegas could walk in there and win 4 straight?
Yeah.
Like, that's unheard of. Now, I think you had a lot of guys in Colorado that were actually hurt. You look at Makar, you look at McKinnon. Kadri didn't look like he was hitting on all cylinders. And Vegas was on a roll. And now, look who's on a roll, Carolina.
Yeah.
It would be pretty unbelievable for Rod Brind'Amour to win it as a player and then as a coach as well.
Of the same team.
of the same team. That doesn't happen very often.
No, that doesn't happen. Lanny, I want to take us off the Stanley Cup final for a second.
You got it.
First off, I hear Daryl's having some hearing problems. Is everything okay with Daryl?
Yeah, actually it is. Like, he can spot a person that needs ketchup anywhere. You know what? We've had so much fun with those, and people tease us all the time wherever you go. But I love Daryl. We talk probably at least once, if not twice a week. We don't talk about goals and assists anymore.
No.
We talk about kids and grandkids.
Exactly.
And you know what? Love the guy. Had so much fun. His daughter and her family are coming out to Montana this year for a holiday. Can't wait to see them, and it'll be so much fun.
Whoa. Chikai. Where in Montana?
We live on Flathead Lake, which is absolutely spectacular. 32 miles long by 6 to 10 miles
He knows
wide.
it intimately.
I'll be there in a couple of weeks.
Well, there you go. Go to Tamarack Brewing. We've got 12 different beers. I'm on quality control, and it's the best place ever.
Because we usually go to Whistling Andy's, the distillery that my wife makes sure we stop there. We're up there at Columbia Falls, so I frequent the Blue Moon.
It's 40 minutes away to Lakeside, Montana. Look up Tamarack, and who knows, maybe I'll be there at the same time.
Oh,
there you go.
Never know. I want to ask you. One. You go Toronto, Colorado, Calgary.
Yep.
Was there ever a trade, a place you were close to signing that you never signed?
Well, there actually was. I got offered a contract after I was looking at retiring to go to Los Angeles and maybe play with Gretzky. And I looked at it and thought, you know what? What a way to end your career in Calgary. You win the cup. You walk away after 16 years. And I always looked at Jean Beliveau in Montreal. Jean Beliveau could have probably played 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 more years. Won the cup in 71 and said, that's it. I'm out of here. And I think he was either the leading scorer or second scorer at that time and walked away. And I thought, you know what? My family wasn't going to come with me if I did go. And there is no way after 16 years, after putting them through what I think I put them through. By the way, Ardell, my dear wife, thinks I still have a concussion. So
we all do.
No, it was time to walk away, and I love Calgary. Still work with the organization, and we've got such a great alumni in Calgary. It's the only place to be.
But Los Angeles, the Forum Club back in those days. You went to.
It would have been cool,
Lanny. You could have been in movies.
No.
Sure, you could have westerns.
No, then I would have had to bring Daryl down, and we.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
They need to put you in Yellowstone or whatever the spinoff is now, because you're a Montana guy.
Yeah.
How haven't they asked you to be some sort of sheriff?
No, you know what? You know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
The great Kenny.
There you go.
I got a question about the Hockey Hall of Fame, and you served a long time on the board there, and as one of the guys that was responsible for picking the new guys to go in. What kind of a challenge is that, first off, and what kind of influences come to you when you're making those selections?
You know, first of all, it's a great question. And as chairman, first of all, I was on the selection committee for 9 years. You get a vote on the selection committee. When you're chairman, you don't get a vote.
Okay.
You oversee the meeting, and you can jump in and talk about any builder or player or referee that is possibly coming up. But I had the best time as chairman. You can only do it for 10 years. That's in the bylaws. And to walk away, it being in a great place right now, and Mike Gardner, who I handpicked to follow me. Now he's soaring because he's way smarter, way faster, scored more goals. And what a great family man him and Colleen are. And he'll do a fabulous job as chairman. But those are some of the best discussions you could possibly
I can't
imagine.
even imagine. Yeah, I can't.
And there's 18 people on the selection committee, and you need 14 votes to get in. 75% of the votes. That's a tough challenge. But I loved it. I know what Santa Claus feels like when you make that phone call to the guys and, hey, what are you doing in November? Well, we can't play golf in November. No, come to the Hockey Hall of Fame. You're the newest member.
Wow.
That would be quite a phone call to make.
That would be amazing. Never wanted to coach?
I really liked my first wife. And, and I know after 16 years, that would not have been my best move. And you know what? It is the hardest position. And these days, it's 24/7. I applaud what they're doing, but I love being on the sidelines, throwing in my 2 cents worth, whether they take it or not. And I'm the best fan of the game and the Flames you could possibly imagine.
The great Lanny McDonald is with us in studio here on the Sports Cage today. Were you going to ask about a couple of Saskatchewan nurses?
Yes.
We want to give
we want to give a shout out to the nurses.
Eric Francis talked about it once on the show here.
Yes. Denise and Sherry.
Okay.
Davidson and Kelvington.
Oh.
Both nurses didn't know each other. They're at the airport in Calgary, both going to Hawaii for different honeymoons. And lo and behold, I have a cardiac arrest. I'm face down. And these two nurses just happen to be close to each other, jump in, roll me over, and start CPR. And the policeman, Jose, got there in about a minute and a half. But basically, they kept me going till he got there. And after 5 paddles and 11 and a half minutes, they brought me back. And it's the coolest story. They text me on the anniversary, February 4th. Hey, you still going? You still kicking? And we've had a dinner to celebrate them in Calgary. They're just great people, and fortunately for not only myself but my entire family, they were there at a time when I needed a whole lot of help.
They're in the Lanny McDonald Hall of Fame.
They are.
Yes.
Denise and Cherry. Never forget
Calvington.
Calvington.
Home of so many legendary Saski hockey players. Barry Melrose. Wendell Clark.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Davidson, home of Braden McNabb.
Who just took one in the face.
He just took one in the mouth. Yeah.
Tougher nails, right?
Oh, yeah. They're all over Saski. Okay.
If that was a basketball player, he wouldn't have dressed the next night.
Ooh. They said the NBA would have been canceled, is what somebody texted in. I have to ask you this, Lanny. I was like, if I ever get to interview Lanny McDonald, I have to ask him. It was always bothering me. We're going to play Curtis has the video, and then I want to find out. Billy Smith and you, Billy tells his D-man, well, I got this. And you and Billy start chucking them. This is on the island, I take it.
It is.
How did this start? What is the backstory behind this?
So, Billy, when you'd go around, and I love doing the wraparound, Billy would slide across and try and tomahawk you with his goalie stick. Start halfway down and then slide it out and try and break your leg. And I loved the fact, and he had done it once before in that game. And when I tried it again, and then I half challenge him, he challenges me. And the greatest thing was that he calls off his defenseman. And I got in a couple pretty good ones.
You did.
And when they're doing the interview after the game, the reporters come in, and I've got ice on my hand, like I thought I broke my hand. And the reporter said, well, you've just got ice on your hand. Billy's got it on his head. Well, that was enough to make my day right there. But, oh, my God, that's old-time hockey right there.
You
Love
don't
it.
see many of those anymore where a player and a goalie, the guy Ottawa had was probably the last one I remember fighting a player.
Look at Billy's gear. There's street hockey goalies with better gear nowadays. So he could maybe get the arm nowadays. They're pretty bulky, and I don't know. But what a great tilt. And you do tag them. You do tag them. If you're watching the stream, Curtis is playing it.
You got him a couple of good ones
I've been waiting to ask you that for a long time. So just a great...
If you look at it again, watch Bobby Nystrom try and kick my feet
he does.
out.
He tries to kick your feet out,
Yeah. Oh, I loved it. Just keep chucking. Look at that right there.
Bobby's getting in there. I'm sure Gillies was around at that point.
Yeah. Clark might have come and had a talk with you afterwards and said no more of that.
Oh, my God. I fought Clark Gillies 4 times, twice in junior and twice in pro. He kicked the living daylights out of me in 3 out of the 4. The one I actually won, I had run, I think it was Trottier down the corner, and of course he jumps right in. And he's got the haymaker ready to go because he threw those big bombs. I hit him with about 40 powder puff punches, 2-inch punches, so he couldn't see. And I'm yelling at the refs, get in here, get in here. They jump in, we go to the penalty box, we look at each other, and we both start laughing. I love the guy. He told that story at so many different banquets. But it was so much fun.
Yeah, a beauty. A beauty he was.
Yeah,
yes.
we loved that guy.
Prairie Land Rentals text line said, ask Lanny about Nickelback.
Oh, my God.
They're from the same hometown.
Well, hold it here a half a second. Like, it used to be a big sign, home of Jim Nill and Lanny McDonald. And then Nickelback came along, backed up their truck over our sign. Now it's proud home of Nickelback. And I was going up to Lloydminster, this is a few years ago, and I slam on the brakes. I see the sign, slam on the brakes. I was going to take a picture for the kids of my old sign. And you know what? Proud home of Nickelback. I wrote a big link text message to the whole family. When it's over, it's really over. Now, here's the other half of that story. The alumni bought the old sign from the Hannah, actually city council. We transported it down to the bar, and it's up at the bar. Perry Bears and Son redid it, cut it in half, made it into a bench, and it's sitting right there.
That's a fantastic story.
Oh, God. It turned out pretty good.
Next time we talk to Nickelback, we'll address that with them, though.
Yeah. Well, you know, those guys, they love to party, and they are pretty good at that, too. But everyone, like, somehow in Canada, they are not the favorite band. Oh. They are loved everywhere else. Couldn't be prouder of them.
They're awesome. I enjoy seeing them every time.
I think it's changing a bit, though. People are coming back.
No, I think you're right.
Lanny, so you get to speak tonight. Again, Brent Global from Events Edge Entertainment's bringing you in. When people get a chance to hear you speak, just tons of great stories?
I do. I spent the afternoon over at the office and had so much fun telling hockey stories. Tonight, I could spend 24 hours and never tell the same story. So, although I did tell the Clark Gillies story earlier,
you can tell it again and again. Yeah, you can tell it again and again.
Loved that guy, and sad that he's no longer with us. But you know what? It'll be so much fun tonight, and they're doing something pretty darn cool, raising funds for Stars Ambulance.
Yep.
Yeah.
And how great is that?
Nope,
excellent. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming in, Brent. Thanks for bringing him in. And great group tonight. You'll have a lot. You're flying out tomorrow. You're sticking around for the Rider game.
Nope. Flying out tomorrow. There's 5 alumni guys, and their wives get to go through the new building. Scotia Place in Calgary. Can't wait to see it firsthand.
Jeez.
And go Flames, go. But can I actually say go Riders, go? I'm in Regina.
Yeah, you can.
Go Riders, go.
Yeah, there we go.
And enjoy a Pilsner, for God's sake.
We're going to try. Tamarack Brewing. Maybe I'll see you in a couple weeks down there.
Look forward. I'll take a picture and put your picture up and warn them that you're on the way.
If there's a jukebox, I'll play some Nickelback.
I love it.
Too. All right. The great Lanny McDonald with us in studio here. It's a Sports Cage streaming through our YouTube channel at sportscage.com.
Since 1949, Nelson Homes has been providing you one-stop shopping for ready-to-move homes, panelized packages, and on-site builds. Nelson Homes' team of authorized dealers all over Saskatchewan would be happy to help you turn your dream home into a reality. In the Radville-Weyburn area, call Darren and Claude at South Sask Builders. Or call 1-800-661-6534 for more information. Nelson Homes, trusted quality and service since 1949.
The Roughriders season is here, and the biggest 50-50 in Saskatchewan is back. Last year's 50-50 raised over $3.3 million for amateur football in Saskatchewan, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Rider Nation. This year, we have bigger loyalty and early bird prizes than ever before, not to mention those life-changing 50-50 jackpots. See all of the prizes and buy your tickets today at riders5050.ca, and never miss a chance to win when you sign up for the 50-50 Club.
Riders 50-50 is presented by ISC.
Lottery license LR260010.
Out here in southern Saskatchewan, the sun shows up for work every day. Might as well make it earn its keep. That's where Keln Solar comes in. These folks travel all over the province helping people put solar on their homes, farms, and cabins. They're local guys, Sask-born, Sask-raised, and not going anywhere. Except, to your place. Now's the time to start planning for spring and summer 2026 bookings. Give Keln Solar a call and they'll come show you your best options. Keln Solar. They move the power so you don't have to. KelnSolar.com.
It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Extreme Hockey and Sport is the home of the price match guarantee. 1425 McIntyre Street, the Cooperator Center, Moose Jaw Temple Garden Center, and online at extremehockey.net.
Let's start it off with the World Cup. Canada's first game today against Bosnia-Herzegovina, 1-1. Canada scored late in the contest, so a tie, a draw.
A draw, as they call it.
Even. The CFL Football Week 2 continues tonight. Montreal hosting Toronto, starting in about 15 minutes' time. Western Canada Baseball, Red Sox home to Weyburn, Saskatoons, and Moose Jaw, Swift Currents, and Okotoks. And the Blue Jays are playing the Yankees tonight in the Bronx. It's for Extreme Hockey and Sport, where right now the Bauer Flylight Sticks, the new ones, are in with special colors. Built for players who thrive on speed and instinct. Under new management, 3 locations, although the Cooperator Center one is down for June. So visit the McIntyre Street or Temple Garden Center in Moose Jaw.
How are they for sloshing? That's kind of what I need them for.
The kids, they don't know.
They don't advertise them that way?
No? Yeah, okay. No, that's where that aluminum in the corner.
Yeah, that's more my style.
Good for that.
With the Easton with the metal shaft.
Hour 3, we're hoping Eric Francis from Las Vegas and Luke Mullender will start us off. It's a Sports Cage. We're back after the news.
We are 620 CKRM, a Harvard media station. Streaming online at 620CKRM.com.
News is brought to you by Echo Sound in Fort Capel. Stay connected with a new cell phone from Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer. Call 306-332-6711.
The news is brought to you by Crestview Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, home of Saskatchewan's biggest selection of Ram trucks and Jeeps. CrestviewChrysler.ca.
It's 5 o'clock. Good evening, mostly cloudy and 15 degrees in Regina. I'm Denis Conroy from the Saturday Newsroom with 620 CKRM News. Ownership in one of the world's top uranium mines is shifting as Cameco and Orano Canada move to buy out Temco Resources' stake in the Cigar Lake joint venture. Cameco says its share will rise to 57.4%, with Orano increasing to 42.6% after the deal closes. Valued at about $115 million, the transaction is expected next year pending approvals. The companies say the mine remains a key global supplier of high-grade uranium. The full scope of a powerful EF3 tornado in southeast Saskatchewan is now clear after a new damage survey from the Northern Tornadoes Project. The June 9th storm began near the U.S. border and traveled northeast towards Oxbow, leaving a 32-kilometer path of destruction with peak winds of 245 kilometers per hour. A farm home and buildings were destroyed, with additional damage to power poles, equipment, and trees. No human injuries were reported. Regina police say a 27-year-old man has been charged after indecent exposure incident in the city's downtown core. Officers were called Wednesday evening to Victoria Avenue and Broad Street, where witnesses reported a man at a bus stop exposing himself while wearing a bathrobe and pants. Police located the suspect nearby at 14th Avenue and Broad, where he attempted to flee but was quickly arrested. He is due in court on July 15th. A powerful hailstorm has temporarily sidelined one of Regina's most popular attractions. Government Health says its conservatory remains closed after Tuesday's storm shattered surrounding glass and created safety concerns. Crews are assessing the full extent of the damage, with no reopening date yet available. The storm also damaged west-facing windows and portions of the Edwardian Gardens. Officials say barriers will remain in place until cleanup is complete, but scheduled Canada Day festivities are moving ahead. The energy is building in Regina as the Roughriders prepare for their home opener Saturday at Mosaic Stadium. The Grey Cup will be on display as fans return for the first meaningful game since last season's championship. Riderland Park debuts with tailgating, while a flyover by Moose Jaw-based aircraft will kick off the festivities. Supporters say family traditions and lifelong loyalty make the experience special, with kickoff set for just after 5 p.m. That's 620 CKRM News. Read more stories from around your community and around the province at sasktoday.ca and 620ckrm.com. Weather's next.
Now this is technology. Betamax, landline, 3 channels of my TV.
You're so behind, I don't know if I should laugh or cry. You desperately need to go to Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer.
Sounds futuristic.
It is. Max Stream TV, SaskTel Internet, and the latest cell phones.
Stream TV?
No schedule or waiting.
Internet?
High speed.
No phone cord.
No cord. Boy, your mind's gonna be blown.
Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer in Fort Capel. EchoSound.ca.
And now your summer savings report for Crestview Chrysler in Regina. Current conditions include no-charge diesels on select Ram trucks, kicking off a powerful month of savings here in Regina, and adventure seekers can get into a brand new Jeep Cherokee with payments starting at just $279 bi-weekly plus tax. Forecast models are calling for heavy discounts, low finance rates, and serious trade values, all expected to continue throughout the entire month. This has been your summer savings report for Crestview Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Regina.
Weather for next-gen coatings, spray coatings for truck bed liners, rocker panels, and more. Same company, new name, 1865 McCarra Street, Regina. And Kevin's Marine. Make the most of summer with a boat or pontoon from Kevin's Marine in Fort Capel. kevinsmarine.com.
Weak disturbance continues to drift off to our south while high pressure builds in for tomorrow and beautiful weather through the weekend with a return to seasonable temperatures by Sunday afternoon. The quiet weather will extend into Monday before the next system brings some spotty shower activity as we look ahead to Tuesday. Our forecast details mostly cloudy with spotty showers tonight. Lows will be near 7 degrees. Chance of rainfall 40%. Northwest winds at 25 to 45 early, diminish slowly during the overnight. Sunshine tomorrow with a high of 18. North and northwest winds at 20 to 35. Chance of precipitation 10%. Clear tomorrow night. Lows near 6 degrees. Northwest winds at 15 to 25. Partly to mostly sunny on Sunday with a high of 22. Chance of precipitation 0. Northwest winds 15 to 25. Partly to mostly sunny on Monday with a high of 21. Spotty showers Tuesday with a high near 20. With your 620 CKRM Precision Weather Forecast, I'm meteorologist Russ Murley.
For over 40 years, you've known them as Regina's trusted vehicle protection specialists. Now they're introducing the next gen of coatings. New name, new level of protection. They're now next gen coatings. 3 generations of their family have served your family, and that hasn't changed. Same owners, same commitment, ready for the next gen of truck beds, rocker panels, trailers, bumpers, and running boards. The company hasn't changed, just the name. Next Gen Coatings, 1865 McCarra Street. The next gen starts now.
This is the year to own the boat of your dreams. At Kevin's Marine, discover legendary Lund boats, built for a lifetime of serious fishing and family fun. Stretch out and relax, or enjoy the day with family on a brand new pontoon from Bentley or Crest, or make a splash in a 4-wind sport boat, all powered by trusted Mercury 4-stroke motors. Right now, get manufacturer rebates, dealer discounts, and low payment financing. Make decking easy with Shoremaster aluminum docks and lifts. Visit Kevin's Marine in Fort Capel or kevinsmarine.com.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sports Cage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Brought to you by Nelson Homes, supplying home packages and RTMs for over 65 years. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sports Cage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Last hour of the show on this Friday as we get set for the Riders and Lions tomorrow. Thanks to everyone on the Prairieland Rentals text line. Loving the Lanny McDonald interview.
That was good.
Thanks for texting in. People could have went an hour at least.
Oh, easily. Yeah.
Investors Group shindig tonight. They're in for a treat. Get to listen to Lanny Brent Klobel from Events Edge Entertainment, bringing him into town.
Nice and Brent.
So also text message, Georgie Porgy in Pilot Butte. I hadn't heard from this guy in a long time. It's the Pilot Butte Rodeo next week, next weekend.
Next weekend.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
It's like one of the biggest ones he's messaging that they've ever had. Yeah. 273 rodeo contestants.
It's a great rodeo. It's a ton of fun to watch. I'm going Sunday for sure to see Jackson Ward in the team roping.
How about Foxworthy and the Cabaret?
Yeah, that's the Cabaret. If you're into dancing and having some fun, that's where you want it. That's Saturday night, I believe, isn't it?
Yes, I hope it's not Sunday night.
Well, it could be Sunday night.
It's not a holiday. But
doesn't matter. Take the day off.
Rodeo guys are always buzzing.
Yep.
They love it. All right, 936-6262, Prairieland Rentals text line. If you want to say anything, let us know. Let's go to the Western Pizza guest hotline. I am starving right now. And just saying that. Western Pizza tonight, that's what we're giving our little pickup special for sure. Luke Mullender, our football analyst on the broadcast, getting ready for tomorrow's game. Working on his shirt. Working on his notes.
Look at that shirt.
What's up, boys?
He looks good in that outfit.
He always dresses well.
It's a nice, yeah.
Hey, man, my boys at Colin O'Brien take care of me, man.
They do. You look good, brother.
Thank you. Are you gonna spin through the tailgate tomorrow, or what's
are we gonna
the situation?
See you? Dude, I'm gonna do the game from the tailgate. Like, I don't, man. I got I want to stay down there. Like, man, and the crazy thing is, I've been getting all these texts and messages like, hey, man, I'm at I got a tailgate spot. Come through. And I'm like, man, I got to time this out right. I got to find out what my responsibilities are like on game day this season and then try to sneak down there. I don't want to hang Dave out to dry, but I also want to party. So it's like Dave might get hung out to dry. You know what I mean? So Who knows?
What would you suggest as a menu item that you would want to see at the tailgate? Like, what are you looking for?
Well, so everybody goes with like, you obviously the given are the Smokies, the burgers, right? Yeah. I mean, we're in a tough economy, right? So we're not throwing tomahawk steaks out there. Some people might be, but not, But I think that you also got to get like, a turkey leg, like those massive turkey legs going, some ribs or something, right? Like, yeah. And I think that like, for instance, if you've got salad, you should probably lose your spot for the rest of the season. You know what I mean? Like you're
mixed vegetables, nice tray of veggies. No,
like a veggie tray maybe in the back, right, where no one can see it, but it's like kind of over there, just in case, because you're gonna get those weirdos that are, well, I'm vegan, I want to, I'll fine here, take a carrot, you know what I mean? But man, like, dude, like, it's gonna be great. I think that hot dogs, Smokies, burgers, some ribs, right? Maybe like those, like, what are those, like flank steaks? You might get someone out there like making some tacos, boys. I don't know, but I'm pumped.
Good.
I'm pumped.
Taco in a bag would be all right. Philly cheesesteaks.
Nice.
That's a good one, right? Philly cheesesteaks. Yep.
Yeah, and if you're gonna do salad, don't do any of those weird salads.
No
Just
broccoli
keep it
salad.
easy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Just a nice Caesar.
Chicken wings are gonna happen.
I totally get it. Yeah.
Chicken wings.
Don't put chicken wings, right? See, that's the thing, right? So you're going to get the hibachis. Someone might bring a smoker. They're going to have to be out there for a while, but hey, it's a tailgate. You're supposed to be out there all day. Someone might bring the fryers, right? Right? Those big oil vats, man. And get some chicken wings going. Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah,
I don't even know who's playing tomorrow, boys. I'm just excited for
Barney, are you hungry?
I'm just excited to get the food.
My stomach is sucking up to my spine as we speak. Just had a text message in. Mulliner was incredible this morning at the Caring Conference. What were you doing? Speaking.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice of somebody to say. Yeah, you know what? I stopped by. Obviously, guys, in my real life, I get to be a part of a great organization like the Red Cross, and so I stopped by the Care Conference today, put on by Strat Lab. It was over there at Dark Hall in Regina. Man, they had a ton of NGOs and ton of expert marketeers, and just it was a great day full of people that just really care about building into their community. And I got a chance to talk to them about leadership and some of the ways that we can transform the way we care about our communities into actual community impact. So it was cool. So thank you, whoever said that. Thank you, and I'll give you your $20 for saying it when I see you.
The real Damon. He said e-transfer's okay.
Okay, cool.
For sure. What give us one of your keys to the game tomorrow. Give us a little tease.
Oh, we got to rush the passer. Can't let Nathan Rourke just stand there in the pocket, right? I think that whatever the things that we've seen in the first week of the Canadian Football League, and then with Bo Levi Mitchell, it's a dangerous year for quarterbacks, guys. Right? We got some quarterbacks that might kill you if they get some time in the pocket, and this guy, Nathan Rourke, this cat, he's the guy, right? He's, Bo's looking like he's in mid-season form. Zach's even looking great, but man, this guy, Nathan Rourke, and the thing about Nathan Rourke is he can move around, right? He can move around. He's a mobile quarterback. He can get outside the pocket. But again, I just think that if Nathan Rourke's able to stand back there and go through his progression, he's got so many weapons out there that he's got access to. You got to make him uncomfortable. But again, you've got to make him uncomfortable in the right way, right? If we get him out of the pocket, we got to continue getting to the upfield shoulder, right? We can't let him break contain. So that kind of puts the focus on a couple of our newer players, right? Like Evans on the one side of James Vaughters, and Vaughters himself was in his first year in Rider Nation.
Everybody's talked about the same thing. Our D-line is going to be it's the thing to watch in this game as to what they're going to do. But the other point that's been made is BC's starting 2 rookie corners against what I call a very veteran offensive receiving group. I think there's a chance for us to really light those guys up.
Yeah, and I think that I've said this year to a lot of people, obviously people have asked me, hey, what are your thoughts on the team, right? And we've seen him twice. We haven't seen him in 3 weeks. My thing is, this year, I think that our offense is going to have to carry the team a little bit here in the first couple games, right? So I'm really excited about it. And again, I know we talk about Nathan Rourke being absolutely a savage when it comes to being able to pick a team apart. Let's not forget our guy, right? Let's not forget T-Mobile, Trevor Harris, TH7. When our team and our offensive line, which is going to be one of the best offensive lines this year if they can stay healthy, when we protect Trevor Harris, he can slice you up, right? So you're right. Those new cornerbacks, they've got a heavy task, and I think that one of the things that those new cornerbacks are going to have to.
We'll get him back. We'll get him back. He's got good internet.
Yeah, he's not in the hotel.
He's got a swimming pool.
He's got to have
good internet. I don't think he skimps on the internet.
No, I don't think that's where Luke cuts corners. That or the barbecue.
Pool chemicals or the lesser internet. I don't know what to use here. Yeah. No, he'll be back.
We'll find him.
What was he just? He was just talking about something important too. Vaughters?
Well, he was talking about Trevor Harris and what he's going to bring and the receiving group. So excited to have Keyshawn Johnson back. That's one of the guys that I thought was just fantastic for us before he got hurt this year.
Boys.
That's okay. You're back.
Yeah, like I said, I think that, we've got a guy right now who can. I love our offensive line, and I think our offensive unit's going to have to put up a few points while that defensive line really gets. But again, we've only really got one guy that's new in Evans, right? It's a blessing that Caleb Saunders is healthy. You've got Mike Rose, who's a beast. But again, Vaughters and Evans, they haven't played with any of these guys before. So, for the first couple quarters at least, let's see what they do, and let's hope the offense carries them. But again, an offense that can run the football like we can, and Trevor Harris, those young cornerbacks are going to have to keep their eyes low because they're going to have to come down. Trevor Harris gets rid of the ball quickly, right? But that's where I think those young cornerbacks can also get in trouble, is when you start hitting them low and in the intermediate areas, right? Getting those eyes down, and all of a sudden then we have a field stretching play, with Keyshawn Johnson or Sam Emelis. I think that, you might see a couple big plays. So I think that if the Riders avoid the turnovers and win the big play battle tomorrow, I think we come out of there with a win. But I think that this is the premier matchup here in the first 2 weeks of the season, BC and Saskatchewan.
So number 82 is the new receiver in the mix, Jalen Johnson. What you saw in training camp, what can we expect from him tomorrow?
I didn't see much of him, to be honest with you. He came in a little bit late, right? And he didn't get a ton of burn in the exhibition season, in the second exhibition game. I think he's in a really good spot because, again, that offense, if you look at the group, you look at Keyshawn Johnson, who's been, Kean Schaefer-Baker's been here, Emelis has been here, Del Duncan Busby's a young guy, but he's a vet now, right? Yep. You've got a great offensive line that's he's joined in, he's joined a family, right? And those guys are going to wrap their arms around him and bring him along, right? So he's got to really I think the thing with him is going to be like reminding him that there's only one football, and this offense, you need to be a blocker, right? Like our wide receivers, they got to go out there and they got to throw blocks, on those quicks, when we throw to the sideline quickly, right? So doing things like that and earning the trust of your teammates on offense, that's going to get you the football when you want it and those deep plays. But he's a red zone target, right? We got another red zone threat. We lost Tommy Neod, right? And hopefully this guy comes in and adds to our red zone potency.
Love it.
Hey, I'm telling people, Luke, that especially those diehard Rider fans, and I know for some people they can't make it. I get that. But if you're on the fence, you got to get there to see the unveiling.
Well, I think that we're in an era, guys, where walk-up tickets are sort of. I don't know if the walk-up tickets are like a lot more popular in this era than they were back then. Everybody kind of wanted their ticket, knew that they were going to get in the gate. These days, a lot of people just like kind of wait and then, hey, it's a great day. Let's go have a beer at the Riders game. The Riders have done a great job by really creating just sort of that entertainment atmosphere, right? And that's what you got to do in the CFL these days, and really in all the sports. The game is part of the event, right? That's where that's how you need to. It's the major part, but it's still a part. And you've got a ton of places and spaces in Mosaic Stadium where people can mix and mingle, people can have fun, and there's a great football game going on too. So I think that the walk up to the gate, you're going to get a lot of people coming through on game day, right? But you're right. I mean, we only have 5 championships in here, right? And it's a 9-team league, so every banner's special. Every story behind the banner is very cool, and fortunately, guys like us get to be part of telling that story. So I think that you should get in there. I know my son's pumped, man, ever since the ring ceremony and him seeing those things, and he's pumped, and that's what it's about. It's about the new generation of Rider fans, right? Bringing along your young ones and getting them really, getting for the first time, my son, it's awesome, man. He understands how valuable championships are now. You know what I mean? And he's turning 8 years old, right? So I think that we're gonna get a good walk-up gate, and man, the people. That's the other thing, guys, right? I get it. We want to pack the stadium. I completely get that. But guys, the people that do come in, those are the important people.
That's right.
The people, like we focus so much on the empty seats. The people that get the seats, they're the priority. You want to make that the greatest Saturday ever for the people in the seats. So again, maybe it's one of the things. That's just how I am. You focus on the things that you can control. But let's make it an amazing day for the people that are there. I don't care if there's 28,000, 35,000, or 5. If there's 5 people there on Saturday, those 5 people have to be treated to the greatest event they've been to this year.
Love it. Love that. Love that answer, Luke. Love that.
High scoring affair tomorrow. Take the over.
You know what? What's the over, Barney?
52.
Whoa. Yeah, you know what? I would take the over on that. I think both offenses are gonna come out there firing, right? I know the BC offense that's kind of where they're gonna want to cut their teeth, right? In BC is that big play offense building on the things that they did last year. They were phenomenal last year, right, guys? It's just, again, for their offense to run, like, what's their offensive line gonna look like, right? They lost Broxton, which was a massive loss in free agency to Winnipeg, and again, we have a defensive line that's just getting to know each other, right? And so I think that whoever gets their footing first, because both teams have had that bye week in week one, maybe they make the big play, right? But again, you don't want to create the turnovers. That's it. And by the way, guys, don't forget about our special teams, right? Don't forget about our special teams. We've always been very good on the cover units, right? We're Coach, we've done a great job coaching them up on the cover units and special teams. It's always been a consistent part of the organization and the game plan. But I think that this year, you might see a little bit more return action, and hopefully Letcher can make that difference.
There you go. There's your hot spot. There's your hot take right there. Special teams.
You can tune in and listen to him tomorrow.
I know
as well. Great.
He'll be down in the tailgate party though.
Don't
shoot us a text. Sharky and I will be together. You're gonna come by.
Listen, if you tune in expecting to hear me tomorrow, you might be disappointed because I might be hanging out in the tailgate section hiding from everybody. But I'll be there eventually.
We'll be down there. You come look for us. You'll find us.
There you go, boys. There you go.
Just get the headphones on and get it. I got to ask you before we leave too. Just as
what's up?
As a sports fan, do you watch that Knicks San Antonio game the other night?
Dude, I turned it off. They were 15. I'm the guy. I'm like, oh, well, it's, I got to get up in the morning. I got to work out. I'm like, oh, they're up 15. This game's over. I'm out. And then I woke up and there's all sorts of highlights about the New York Knicks coming back. And I'm like, what? Dude, that's a massive collapse, right? Massive collapse. But you know what, though? I mean, if you really think about it, since Kobe's, rest in peace, since Kobe's no longer with us, I've been pulling hard for the Raptors, right? But really, the Knicks are such a feel-good story. I think that everybody kind of sees that San Antonio is going to be the team to beat for the next few years with Wemby there, right? Yeah. Right. And the Knicks, though, man, poor Spike Lee and those guys. They poured millions into sitting on that sideline, just in a decrepit organization. You know what I mean? They've been terrible. And so, finally, some of those guys get rewarded with what looks like it's going to be a championship.
They were going through obviously the court side, and it's a Taylor Swift and her people there, and that actor guy who's big, and then Larry David and Jerry Seinfeld, and then Spike Lee. And I was like, what has he done?
I don't think anything lately, has he? Has Spike Lee done anything lately?
He's just a mascot.
Yeah.
Spike Lee just sits back there and he's Spike Lee, man. Yeah, he's coasting on what he used to do. You know what I mean? But again, guys, I mean, there's nothing better than being able to do that. He's like he's like a legend, man. He's like, hey, you know who Spike Lee is? You know who Spike Lee is? He's the pirate, right? We got the pirate out there. We got the pirate out there at our games, mascot, right? We got the fun police. That's the same. Spike's the same way, man. He's always there, right? Fun police are always there.
We need the flame. We need the flame back.
We need the flame. The flame. The flame, right?
Away, hasn't he?
No, he listens to the show.
No, he's alive and kicking, man. Me and him have had some good conversations at training camp. He's up.
Oh, it's his sidekick's passed away. Dave Ash passed. That's what it is.
You're talking Gaynor.
No.
The Flame. Yeah, Dave Ash passed. Great guy.
Don't get started on Gaynor, boys. Don't get started on Gaynor.
No, you don't abuse Gaynor.
Are you gonna let the boy just kind of wear your ring tomorrow and just hang around in the stadium and hope?
I haven't seen the ring since we got it that night. He's had it the whole time.
It's at the bottom of your pool. Check the bottom of your pool.
I'm never getting that thing back. It's a good thing that I actually earned one, right? Like in 2007, I got my 2007 ring. That's untouchable, right? Because this one, it was a great memento, and I'm so grateful just to be even thought of, to be included in that group, just as a memento. But I haven't seen it. He took it. It's gone. I don't know where it is. He's got it, and he ain't giving it up. And it's nice though. I feel like it's doing its job though, boys, because you know what? Every time he has friends over, you know what I mean? I know that he shows it to him. And again, that's you know, if there's 3 kids over there at my house, right, and him, that's 3 more kids that get to see something like that, and 3 more kids that understand how hard it is to earn those, you know what I mean? And those 3 kids, they might, you know, it might, seeing that, they might want to be like the next guy to get those. You know what I mean? So it's good that my son's got it. I just, you know, I'm never going to see it again.
It's awesome.
Okay. See you at the tailgate tomorrow. Thanks for doing this, bud.
All right, boys. Have a great show.
There he is. Luke Mulder, football analyst. You can hear him tomorrow. Everything starts at 2 p.m.
I don't know that he'll be on at 2.
Mighty 620 CKRM. They should have a roaming mic.
We should.
Get him in live.
What about you?
Not me. I didn't.
No?
It's for the real broadcasters tomorrow.
I think that's kind of the role you should take as a broadcaster.
I just want to take it all in, and I'm so curious on some of the setups.
So am I. I think they're just going to be epic. And like I say, there's going to be some setup envy. There's going to be some tailgate envy.
Yeah, it's
going to be some food envy.
There's going to be some wives and some some husbands that are going to look over and feel inadequate.
Yeah, there's going to be some generators. There's going to be some cooling devices.
Do you show up in just a hibachi and a couple of those folding chairs?
Yeah, out of your 72 Pontiac. Not going to cut it. Not going to cut it.
What kind of Pontiac though?
A Parisian.
Okay.
Pontiac Parisian. Yeah.
Car, you win the car contest if you show up with that tomorrow.
Yes, you do. Yeah, if that's parked in your spot, you would have
music,
the best car.
Kind of music, it would be like anybody playing Roxette really loud.
We'll attract Barney.
Yeah,
we'll attract Barney.
What are you talking about, real broadcaster? You did some interview that we're going to be running during the show tomorrow. You talked to Jeff Stusek.
Oh, that's it. Behind the face mask, I get to do a little portion on it. I talked to Jeff Stusek. Do you got one of the clips?
Yeah, I do. I have Jeff Stusek on when did coaching with the Riders become real?
I think it came real when the players showed up, really, and we got to coach on the field. So film is film. It's just like university. You're looking at scheme and players, and we're ready for the draft. But when the players showed up and it was training camp, it became real. And there's dudes that can run, and they're big, and they play well. So it's been great. It's been a great experience. The coaches are fantastic. It's great being around the players. They want to be great, and that the standard's high. So that's what we're going for.
You can listen to that whole interview tomorrow in the pregame show. And if you watch it, I'm wearing a pink shirt, and it was windy, and my hair is all over the place.
In the biz, they call that a tease. Ooh,
that is an old-fashioned...
See? Professional broadcaster, Barney.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, Barney, you are a pro.
Look at him go.
Yeah, you just need a mic and a headset, and away you go. Wander around.
The tailgate. I'm your tailgate insider. Correspondent.
There you go.
Tailgate.
We need a sponsor. We need a sponsor for the Tailgate Insider.
We have the games underway in Montreal. It's 7-3 Alouettes.
And they're running back a missed field goal.
Just missed a field goal, and
to the 26.
So 7-3 early in the first quarter. It's a Sports Cage for Nelson Holmes on this Friday. We'll be right back.
We caught up with Darren Oliphant, a proud prairie farmer, to ask why he has trusted his crops to Ag Direct Hail for over a decade.
The choice is simple. We like Ag Direct's rates and the convenience of purchasing online. When I've had a claim, my adjustments have been fast and fair. Now they are launching a claims-free discount. I would tell any prairie farmer to consider Ag Direct Hail for their coverage.
Find out why thousands of farmers just like Darren choose Ag Direct year after year. Visit agdirecthail.com or call toll-free.
Since 1949, Nelson Homes has been providing you one-stop shopping for ready-to-move homes, panelized packages, and on-site builds. Nelson Homes' team of authorized dealers all over Saskatchewan would be happy to help you turn your dream home into a reality. In the Strasbourg, Last Mountain Lake area, call Dean at Solid Works Carpentry or call 1-800-661-6534 for more information. Nelson Homes, trusted quality and service since 1949.
The world is changing. From the misuse of AI and the rise of deepfakes to the dangerous spread of misinformation, it's getting harder for Canadians to separate fact from fiction. That's why having a trustworthy news source is vital. At Global News, we're committed to objective journalism that cuts through the noise. Stick to the facts. Global News, Canada's trusted news.
You know that Extreme Hockey and Sport has everything you need for hockey, but warmer weather has them thinking baseball. Be all set for the ball diamond with team kits, bats, gloves, accessories, and training products all in stock. And let's not forget about lacrosse. Don't let spring throw you a curveball. Be ready with Extreme Hockey and Sport, locally owned, community focused, 1425 McIntyre Street at the Cooperator Center, now in Moose Jaw, and online at extremehockey.net.
It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Steelcraft Doors Regina, made in Western Canada for Western Canadians.
FIFA World Cup underway. Canada's first game today in Toronto. A tie, a draw.
Sister kiss.
What is that? What they call it? A draw in soccer?
A draw.
Yeah.
It's a draw.
Canada and Herzegovina, Bosnia, tied at 1-1. Next game's coming up. I looked this up. When's Canada's next
Isn't
game?
it the 18th? Is it Thursday?
Qatar, Thursday the 18th.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Man, I think a week off in between games. A little less than a week.
Maybe they need to relax. Stretch.
Maybe that's why this thing goes on for like a month. Canadian Football League right now, Montreal is up 7-3 on Toronto. You got Davis Alexander out there running around.
Yeah.
Running roughshod or ridgeshod.
Made a nice play. Yeah. You know, Davis Alexander hasn't lost in the regular season.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got bad hamstring too. Waiting for that thing to pop again. Major League Baseball tonight, Blue Jays, Yankees, and then local ball, Red Sox. Hopefully the weather holds. Are hosting Weyburn Saskatoons in Moose Jaw. SportsCage.com poll today at SportsCage.com, where you can watch this program through the YouTube feed. Who will win Saturday's CFL game between Saskatchewan and BC? Curtis was saying it's about 76% Sasky. 86% now. I wouldn't expect anything less from Sasky fans. Get out there.
They better be up that number.
Get out there and support. Got a bunch of text messages.
What do you got? Anything good?
People really loved Lanny McDonald.
He was good
on the show.
He was. That was cool.
Shane and Assiniboia, great show, guys. Any idea how many seats sold for the game? No, I was trying to look that up. Matt Young usually has it on his Twitter follow. If I pull that up quickly, let me see if I can help it. I don't want the Uber app. Let's give me a sec.
Not yet. Don't need that yet.
Shane and Assiniboia trying to do some work here for you. What do you think the crowd will be, Sharky?
26. Yeah. It'll be 26, 27. Just seeing what's available right now.
Yeah, see, 29 minutes ago, 4,800 tickets remaining. Tickets sold, distributed, 28,455.
There you go.
So, and then like Luke said, it's a walk-up culture. It's walk-up season.
Well, and I think a lot of people, like you said, are working on the farm, right? They're trying to figure out, are we going to get done? Are we going to be finished yet? A lot of people are watching the weather because the weather's been a bit of a trick this week or this spring. And then I think once the tailgating's going, you'll see some people come and go, I better go to the game. I better participate.
Okay, do you want to break, Curtis, or do you want to go straight to him? Your call.
Let's go straight to Eric Francis.
Okay, love it. Play intro guy.
Now for Inside the NHL with Eric Francis on the Sports Cage. Inside the NHL is brought to you by Sports Select. Getting in on more of the sports action you want is as easy as playing at sportselect.com. Simply make your picks online, generate your QR code, and lock in your bet at your local Lotto Spot retailer.
Over the telephone today, we got him. He's in Las Vegas with crappy internet, staying at Casino Royale.
Yeah,
the internet's not the greatest on the Strip.
Where do you stay that there's always crappy internet?
It's a MGM, like New York, man. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't get it. But it always seems to crack up here. I've done it from almost everywhere with you guys, and here's the only place that's a problem. I don't know. Maybe my room is about 20 feet away from the roller coaster, so maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, that's a great
interference.
The Manhattan Express, that's a great coaster. I picture you, maybe why he doesn't want to do it over. I picture him in a robe. He's using the robe they give, and he's just sitting there on the weird chair that they give you in the hotel room, having a rum and coke. Are you?
Would that be a safe definition?
Yeah.
That's pretty close. The robe I'm wearing is the one that Mike Commodore gave me, though, the one he wore last night when he rang the siren.
What was that about? Why was he dressed like that?
So when they won the Cup in 2006, there were photos of him. I can't remember. They had a name, like the Road Boys or something, and they would walk around in their robes, but he was the one who popularized it in the dressing room. So they had one waiting for him last night. I ended up smoking stogies with Commodore this morning at 4 a.m. And some unnamed panelists. The road is an interesting place, man. A whole bunch of people had a 7 a.m. flight out of Raleigh this morning. And a whole bunch of us decided it wasn't worth going to sleep. Let's just have some stogies and tell some great stories.
All right.
It's a great idea, so I feel great. Right?
Did you? How many connections did you have? Was it just a direct shot?
No, there's no direct shot from the Raleigh, Vegas. So yeah, you got. I went through Chicago. Other people went through Atlanta. Some Miami. Some go through Detroit. It's crazy, man. It's like the Amazing Race. Everybody takes a different route.
Did you get some?
Who ends up there at the end?
Did you get your mask on and put it over your eyes on the flight and have a good sleep? Or are you going to bed early tonight in Vegas?
No, I'm finally going to see No Doubt tonight at the Sphere. I gotta go see it. I gotta go. I've been trying. How many times have I told you that? I've been here a month. It seems like, and it's their last couple of shows this weekend. So I'm going. Looks like Elliot's going to join me, and we'll have some fun. David Amber.
Yeah,
well, sounds like you might be getting a facial tomorrow morning to get yourself back ready for being on TV.
Oh my God! Like this is a grind, man. Like not for us. Like, I mean, we're just whatever. We're ink-stained wretches, but we the players, like, just the grind of this tournament. Like, they always say it's the hardest trophy in sports to win, or at least we in Canada say that. And I don't think anyone could compare it to any of the other things, man. Like the travel, the 2 month, the war of attrition, the physicality, and I don't have to deal with half of that. I just got to deal with connections and cigars. It's not that bad.
What and old robes
and BXA.
What do you really think is going on with Frederick Anderson? Or like, is he pissed and he's not showing up, or is he hurt?
It's funny. It might be a mental health break too, right? I mean, he's had some issues in the past, and with the death of his agent a couple weeks ago, Claude Lemieux, like that was a very public mourning period he went through, and then and then he got kind of lit up in a couple of games there. Like, I don't know if it's a bit of a mental health break. I don't know if it's a bit of an injury, or it could be a combination of the two. Either way, what's done is done, and it was the right call to get him out of there and to put Bussy in, because he's kind of become the star of the series so far. So whatever it is, sometimes I kind of step back and say it's not worth delving into. Let him tell us at the end if he wants to tell us. Otherwise, let's just understand that the right goalie's in place, and it's kind of helped steal this series back.
But he's not even listed as the backup anymore. Like, he's right out of the lineup, isn't he?
Yeah, 2 days ago, I don't know, all these days are blending together, but the morning skate, the day of the game, so I guess that was yesterday, Anderson skated before the team, so he was out on the ice, and it kind of looked like he was testing his groin, or so, like he was kind of going back and forth on his skates to see if he had stability. So who knows? You can read into everything any way you want, but Kochetkov is the backup right now, and I don't know if you'll see Anderson back again. Who knows?
I don't think that Vegas is out of this. Yeah, maybe they didn't have a great game last night, but we saw that experience. But William Karlsson, yes, that's going to hurt. But I agree. Torts leaving his blouse and slacks at the hotel in Raleigh, I don't mind that play. I got to think this is going 7.
Well, on the ice, it certainly is not looking that good for Vegas, right? Like, they've been outplayed now 7-8 periods in a row for the most part. they lost Carlson. Their goaltending's terrible compared to Carolina, which has this revelation now in net. Like, everything's starting to trend towards this thing ending in 6, which is exactly why I think it's going 7. Because everything in this series, when you think you nailed it and you figured it out where it's going and who's got the edge, it switches on a dime. So that's why I think there's, we're going back to Raleigh in on Monday morning.
Were you?
Hold on. How excited are you to take that flight through Chicago again?
Yeah.
I can't smoke any more cigars. Like I'm at the end now. Honest to God, I'm really excited to go to Raleigh. I mean, hands up all those who are excited in the world to go to Raleigh ever, unless you're going to play Pinehurst or something like that. But no, it's nice there. But yeah, enough is enough. And if you took a survey of all the people covering the Stanley Cup final, I guarantee almost everyone would be like, "Yeah, we're done. We're good.
We're good.
We can go home on Monday."
Were you going to ask Torts if he wanted to change goalies, or did you get beat to that question by somebody else?
Oh, my God. You know what? It's a legit question,
Yep,
right? Like, that's
it is.
Torts. Look, that was theater last night. Tortorella, and that's why you hire a guy like this. He's been there. He's done that. He starts to understand, okay, I got to throw some smoke screens now. I'm going to show this ridiculous amount of confidence in my goaltender who's averaging 4 goals a game against in the last 5 games in a row. I have to go. I have to back my boys. I got to tell them that I think there's no question we're going to win. I'm going to leave my bag in the room. Like, this is all stuff that you do because at this point in time, coaches can't do much, right? The X's and O's and all that's been done 6 months ago. It's now just about, like, 1 is pumping up the boys, making sure they don't lose faith, and 2 is maybe reminding them again, don't take dumb penalties, and B, maybe someone should cover number 11 in front of the net. I don't know. This Stahl guy is kind of killing us. Could somebody go lift a stick every once in a while?
See, I think, though, these couple days off here and the X's and O's and the tape and all that, I think Vegas needs to look at this man-to-man defense and figure out a way or a couple different combinations of how they can get through this. Like, I would like to see Eichel back with Barbashev and Dorofeyev, and then maybe move Stone down to like a third line to spread things up a bit, Eric.
Well, I think you're definitely going to see Dorofeyev up in one of the top 2 lines because now that Carlson's out, you got to load up your top 2 lines with your 6 best guys. I don't know if they're going to move Marner into the middle. That'll be the obvious question tomorrow at practice to see what they're kind of looking at doing. How do you replace oozing out on Carlson. So, no, I don't like Stone on a third line. It's funny, that's where he started the series, man. That guy's a point-a-game guy his whole life in the playoffs. Like, he's the captain. He's a stud. Like, that guy makes things happen. And that shows you how deep this team is when he starts the series on the third line. And when they need a little boost on the first line, they put him up there and replace Dorofeyev with him. So, this is a deep team, and, I can't wait to see what I'm going to see next. Man, what a treat, right? I mean, can you guys think of a series that's been this entertaining in the final? Like, in a long time, I can't think of one.
Edmonton, Florida a couple of years ago going 7 was pretty entertaining, but this is right up there where there's no doubt.
Yeah, and I think just because people hate Vegas and Carolina, and it's not a Canadian team up here, but it has been an exciting and great series. What, with your eyeballs yesterday, were Hannafin and Anderson like as bad as they looked on TV?
Yeah, there's some talk about that. They split them up for a little while too, and I don't know if that was because they weren't liking what they were seeing, but yeah, I just think they just seemed look. That was a 4-1 hockey game. At the end, they get that kind of no-brainer. Dorofeyev gets one, and it's just a garbage time goal at the end, but. That was, I won't say a blowout, but that game was well in hand for most part. So, I think they were trying some new things, and I think Anderson, he plays such a different role here for Vegas than he did in Calgary, and same with Hannafin. They were both such more prominent players in Calgary. Here, their goal is to kind of just blend in and play solid second pairing minutes. I didn't think they were that bad, but. I do get it. They haven't really done much to stick out in this series, that's for sure.
I don't think they need to stick out in the series, but they don't need to be seen in the series. In other words, being the ones that are making mistakes.
Don't be a liability.
Don't be a liability. I think they both got to play a little bit within their game. Not try to be the 1-2 pairing, but be within their game.
Yeah. They are now, supposed to just be solid defensive. And they say they want Rasmus to push up in the play offensively. And certainly, when they get behind a goal or two, they need him to do that. But for the most part, all they're asking for him is to block shots and get it out of their zone quickly. And they've had some struggles with some of that. There's a theory out there that this whole series turned on that one play when Stankoven went in and stole the puck off of Anderson and turned things around. And, I don't know if that's a little dramatic to say it turned right there, but it wasn't a good look.
That's tough to say. Quickly, do you have us on speakerphone, or can you look at the picture that Curtis made that people that are watching the stream are getting a shot of? Because this is exactly, as you speak, this is exactly what I picture you looking like right now.
It's kind of like a smoking jacket / robe.
Yeah. Well,
guys, it's 111 degrees right now. I'm not wearing a robe.
Or drinking red wine.
Okay.
Out of a snifter.
Don't fall asleep at No Doubt tonight if you go. I'm really curious to get your review of that and rating, because when I saw Gwen, I told you this before, in Vegas, I was like, meh. So, but
I know.
We'll see.
I know. You're probably the biggest reason why last Friday I bailed and decided not to go.
See? Right on.
You gave me that one-word review, meh. I'm like, maybe I don't need to spend $250 on that. I don't know. But yeah, it looks like we got a crew tonight. Hey, I was glad you had Lanny in there. Look, I've had the pleasure of hanging with Lanny for 30 years, and there's no greater man I've ever met in my life, excluding my father. Like this, he is absolutely the greatest ambassador for our game and our country, and for Western Canada and mankind. Like that is the greatest man, and I'm so glad that he came across that way, because there's really no other way for Lanny McDonald than to come across. He's that good a person.
It was a great interview. It was a lot of fun meeting him again, and pretty cool.
Okay, find another gear for tonight, and then I hope this thing goes 7, just because I want to hear you drag Francis back to rally. That's what they got to do, dragging him back, a double connector. You got to connect in Miami,
and then Pittsburgh,
and then Kennebunkport, Maine, and then into rally.
Yeah,
that's the flight.
Oh my God! And then check into a Howard Johnson. It's going to be awesome.
They don't have robes at Howard Johnson, so you got to take that one that Curtis has you wearing there. Okay, buddy. Stay safe tonight. We'll talk to you next week.
Cheers.
See you.
Yeah, have a great weekend, boys.
You too.
Our NHL Insider, Eric Francis, brought to you by Sports Select. When you're ready to play, bet on the original Sports Select, where you can make your picks online now and get her going. Must be 18 plus to play. We're going to go to break. We come back. We're going to hear from rider Josh Woods. It's the Sports Cage on 620 CKRM.
Since 1949, Nelson Homes has been providing you one-stop shopping for ready-to-move homes, panelized packages, and on-site builds. Nelson Homes' team of authorized dealers all over Saskatchewan would be happy to help you turn your dream home into a reality. In the Fort Capella area, call Calvin at 99 Builders or call 1-800-661-6534 for more information. Nelson Homes, trusted quality and service since 1949.
If you've got a Steelcraft garage door, you've got a door with parts manufactured and assembled right here in Canada. A door with better insulation and seal, plus a warranty you're probably never going to use. Combined with a LiftMaster opener, it's the right choice. And if you don't have a Steelcraft garage door, you should get one. And a LiftMaster opener. 100% made by Canadians for Canadians. Steady, tariff-free pricing and great quality, no matter what.
Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door. We offer more.
The Roughriders season is here, and the biggest 50-50 in Saskatchewan is back. Last year's 50-50 raised over $3.3 million for amateur football in Saskatchewan, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Rider Nation. This year, we have bigger loyalty and early bird prizes than ever before, not to mention those life-changing 50-50 jackpots. See all of the prizes and buy your tickets today at riders5050.ca, and never miss a chance to win when you sign up for the 50-50 Club.
Riders 50-50 is presented by ISC.
Lottery license LR 260010.
Get it hot, get it fast.
just played 4 quarters of football. You got hit by guys built like farm equipment. And now you're thinking about a little celery stick and a protein shake? Come on, this is a job for Western Pizza. Load up with pepperoni, ham, bacon, melty cheese, maybe some ribs, lasagna, or souvlaki on the side. You put in the work, now eat like you mean it.
And get it hot and get it fast. Western Pizza.
Text CKRM 306-936-6262. Powered by Prairie Land Rentals. From power tools to skid steers, they probably have what you need for your job. 600 Albert Street, where you deal with the owner. Welcome back to Sports Cage. Missed any part of the show? Check out the podcast powered by Freeze Tolman at 620ckrm.com and sportscage.com.
All right. We are back. You can listen to anything you missed in podcast form. Great interview with Lanny McDonald. We had Luke Mullender. We had Scott Schultz. We had Farhan Lalji. It's all there in podcast form for our good friends at Freeze Tolman. All right, Josh Woods in the fold for the Riders. Knows a thing or two about the BC Lions, which are in town tomorrow. Woods on how do you stop Nathan Rourke?
He's a dynamic playmaker. He's Kid Canada, trying to be the face of the league. He's dynamic, can run the ball, throw the ball, could do pretty much everything. So, it's going to take all 12 of us to stop him.
I like that.
Yeah.
I know some inside.
Yep. He's going to maybe know a tendency, a favorite.
Yep. Hopefully. Guy can sling it. He talks about how he's been building chemistry with Jameer Thurman and the linebackers.
We're getting better every day, just knowing where each other's going to fit, how we see things, and how we're going to be able to play off each other and make plays. Like I said, it's been easy playing with somebody like that knows everything, and you don't have to kind of look over or second guess.
And coaches.
Yeah. Jameer Thurman's going to make it easy for him. He's a leader in the middle. He's going to help him a ton.
He knows the Lions. They know him. Who has the advantage?
Nah, we gonna play football. They got to see me. I got to see them. We can have friendships and be family off the field, but when the game starts, we all know what time it is.
Yeah, I don't know who's your advantage here.
He's only one guy.
Yeah,
right?
no one.
And he knows the whole thing on the other side. So yeah,
Bush League men's football and stuff. If you a guy that used to play with you that's on the other team, you'd be like, I can't backpedal that way. You pick him apart.
He can't go left.
Bad knee. Fell off a truck once out at Atten's Lake.
I was there. Saw it happen. Yeah.
Things start tomorrow at 2 p.m. on the broadcast.
Noon at the tailgate.
Is that when people are allowed to start? When are you allowed to start backing units in?
Noon. High noon. 5 hours in advance.
I got a coach, and then I'll probably slink by, I want to say, in that 2:30 neighborhood.
3 o'clock-ish, yeah?
Yeah, with a salad. A little weird. With a weird Jell-O.
Bring a nice broccoli Jell-O.
Jell-O. And
Bring the coleslaw. Yeah,
if you're doing ribs or any kind of brisket, you need a slaw.
Yeah, but you got to bring the ice. It's got to come prepared. You can't just bring a thing of slaw.
You're not sitting out there for 9 hours, man. You're there for 3.
Coleslaw's
not going to go that bad.
Wife's a health inspector, so she'll be all over me. You're eating coleslaw that was sitting out on the table?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's iron guts, they call me. 2 o'clock, like I said, the broadcast starts here. Should be an interesting tilt, man.
It is. I think it's the 2 best teams in the league. Game 1.
Get out there, tailgate, and check out the unveiling of the 5th banner / placard, whatever it's called.
Yep. I will say, though, the Roughriders haven't lost a home opener in a handful of years now. I'm trying to remember when's the last time they lost here. I had that. I want to say 2019. I have to double check, though. But
Dynamite.
Good work, Curtis. Yeah.
Maybe that's a good sprinkle.
If you would have came with the actual year instead, it would have been just over the top.
I'm thinking 2019. I feel something like that, but it's been a couple of years.
All right.
Okay. Have fun tomorrow. Probably see you there. Curtis,
I look
good
forward to
job.
it.
I'm running on fumes.
Yeah, somebody get him a sandwich.
Western Pizza is waiting for me at home. Tune in tomorrow. We'll talk to you next week.
The Roughriders season is here and the biggest 50-50 in Saskatchewan is back. Last year's 50-50 raised over $3.3 million for amateur football in Saskatchewan, and we couldn't do it without you. Thank you, Rider Nation. This year, we have bigger loyalty and early bird prizes than ever before, not to mention those life-changing 50-50 jackpots. See all of the prizes and buy your tickets today at riders5050.ca, and never miss a chance to win when you sign up for the 50-50 Club.
Riders 50-50 is presented by ISC.
Lottery license LR 260010.
It's the perfect place to hold your event. It's the perfect place whether it's for a trade show, fundraiser, dance recital, company team building event, or off-site business meeting. It's the perfect place for your wedding with exceptional catering services, venues perfect for a group of any size, and plenty of on-site parking. The perfect place for your event is the Connexus Arts Center. Get all the details about hosting your next event at the Connexus Arts Center at connexusartscenter.ca. See you at the center.